All right, well, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Honest Fours channel. Today we're doing a review of Xirkaali, the new kids on the block for Kings of War. So I'm Sam, joined by Sam and Trenton. Sam with hair, Sam without hair, Trenton with his decaffeinated beverage. And we're gonna go through the units. We're going to talk about kind of the army as a whole, some different play styles it has. We're going to look at a couple of lists that have done well at recent tournaments. Uh, so yeah, let's kick things right off. Let's talk a little bit about what the army is all about. Its styles, its tricks, kind of the stuff that it does. Sam or Trenton, take us away there.
Yeah, I can go ahead and start. So, the Zirkali, their whole shtick is they are anti-magic. They hate magic. They don't have any spellcasters within the army, and they have a number of unique units with specific anti-magic capabilities. Some things give you defense against magic. Other things let you actually turn magic back onto your opponent. Um,
It's really cool.
Overall, they're kind of fast. They have a little bit of shooting. They're a neat army. I think they're interesting for the game.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know the lore between. Basically, half the army is Hemisions, which
Amazion.
are in fantasy a half dog, half bear hybrid creature. Googled it. And then the other half of the army is just monks. I don't know if if one half is in charge of the other half, if they work
I,
together.
I, I
Well,
believe the Mission are in charge of the end.
But they do have a command where they do damage to the monks, and the monks go
Yeah.
faster.
mm, environmental storytelling. Yeah, they do kind of have a spellcaster. We'll get to that later, but they hate magic. There's also some units get like +1 crush against spellcasters
Or
or elite
elite.
or
Mhm.
I think
something.
the witch hunter has
Elite.
elite against spellcasters.
Yeah, and Kulon has something too, but yeah, I don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, I think beyond that, the other thing I would add is that kind of stylistically, they have
Mm,
some pieces for a pretty cool gunline option. They also have an alpha build with pretty much Strider across the board, or the ability to get Strider across the board.
mm,
So you have a couple of different options to how to actually play them. Like the humans play one very specific way. They're slow. They have Iron Resolve. They're mostly defense three. And then the Hemacions all have Strider except for the Lion Snarl. Uh, and then are mostly like speed 7 plus. So they have this like really fast half of the army, and then this like slow, low defense, but like Iron Resolve, and all of the Yan look kind of like me. So uh, on the note of how they look, though, let's talk about the models a little bit. All I
yeah.
can kick that off. As far as the complete range, I actually think this might be Mantic's best range. At the very least, it's one of their better ranges, top to bottom.
Yes.
I think there are some standout pieces. I think the Goklu. Let me pull a picture of the Goklu up.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Goklu is a beautiful model. It's so good. It will look wonderful as it loses a flank and dies. Um,
Gets 3 out of 10 hits.
Yeah. Where? Sorry, my internet's running weird right now. So this is the Goklu model. For if you haven't seen it before, this model rocks. It is a really
Hmm.
really cool model. Um, that said, it's very expensive, which we'll get to later. But yeah, so it's a good looking range in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, the Hemacions all look really nice. The Yan are fine, but top to
They're
bottom,
bald.
good looking range. I do think there are some really wonderful 3D print options you can do. If you want to do monks, or if you want to do like beast people,
Yeah.
it's all kinds of like beast people stuff on my manufactory. And then what I'm actually doing for my Zircali is the beast half is from Dragon Trapper Lodge on my manufactory, and then my human half is actually the Grand Cathay from Games Workshop, the old world game system. Uh, they're wonderful models. So I think they have all kinds of like really fun options, but it is worth noting that Xirkali in the U.S. are priced as though they are Games Workshop minis. So they're expensive, but they frankly are not Games Workshop quality. Heroes, I looked this up earlier. The heroes are about the same price as a hero figure for the old world, and they just are worse sculpts. Like, not that they're terrible, but you just have to be aware with Xirkali if you're buying from Mantic. you are paying the same price you would pay for a Games Workshop model, but you are not getting a Games Workshop level quality.
Oh,
To be fair.
I'll tag in there too, if you don't
Yeah, go ahead.
mind.
No,
I
please.
think,
That's all I have.
yeah, I think Mantic continues to make like really good sculpts specifically, and a tale as old as time. I know they're like Mastercraft mega super good resin that they use for like the Noble team for Halo, and like Axel Tricklebrook and stuff are like really impressive. They're great, but generally their standard resin cast is somewhere between acceptable to like horrendous in quality,
Yeah.
and they keep shooting themselves in the foot by like trying to get people to buy them instead of just selling the STLs. Um, because I'd buy STLs for like Lion Snarl and Gokloos and whatever, but
Hmm.
I'm not paying for the chance to like try and fix the casting on whatever resin model I get from them.
Yeah.
But I think the art concepts and stuff and actual models are fantastic.
I'd completely agree with that. Like, I have bought some of their STLs and they print up really nice.
Hmm.
But the resin versions of things, they're hit or miss. Some of them are pretty good, nice crisp lines.
Hmm.
Others have air bubbles in them and everything else.
I don't have it
So
on me. Over the weekend, I was at a tournament in Omaha, Bug Eater, and Kyle Poole, who I drove with, got a box of Mantic resin models and opened it, and like all of them were bent.
Yeah.
And that's just like, oh, that's Mantic, run
yeah,
under hot
I
water.
mean,
And
and that's resin cast in general. Like,
Resin.
I want to slag them off too much. Like, it is just kind of resin in general. Like, it does warp the poured resin, the cast resin like that. So yeah, I mean that's what it is. Like, you can hear horror stories from years ago with Forge World models that
certainly,
the cast resin, right?
certainly.
I think some of it is the nature of that, but it does, like, you wish their plastic were better, that they could do all of this in plastic instead of having to do the resin models.
Well, the plastic stuff they have is awesome. I think, and I can't speak to specifically the Xirkaali line, but like I got a bunch of the claws in the sandbox. Like the new plastic stuff they're doing is good, like except like minimum acceptable, but like I like them a lot. I think they're
Yeah.
high
Mm-hmm.
quality. And also the Salamander digital line is amazing.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
you want to talk about like
their
one of the
digital
best
stuff's great.
armies available for Mantic is probably their Salamanders. Like its complete
Yeah.
range. The sculpts are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, you could buy a 3D printer, get a Vault subscription, and have a full Salamander army for like $300
Yeah,
between like
it'd still be
resin
Yeah.
and now you have a 3D printer, so you have all the
yeah,
models and you have a 3D printer.
Yep.
Uh,
it's cool.
so yeah, any other quick thoughts on the models?
I do like. So I'm a dog lover. Like, I have dogs, and I love that they have the full range
Yeah.
of different dog heads you can put on them. So I
Yes.
think it's fun.
Hmm.
It makes me laugh. I have dachshunds. You can get a dachshund head. I think it's great.
Hmm. Can I add one thing too?
Yeah, please.
They have started this box too is the like intro to here's a regiment of units, but we're not giving you 20 models or like 15 models that you would normally get. 8 models to a regiment is not uncommon to see at a king's table, but also the price is staying at the 15 to 20 model
Yeah,
thing.
Uh,
it
Not
also,
feels kind of bad.
depending on your
same thing.
tournament's hobby scoring, you may like actually need 2 boxes to do a regiment. Because especially tournaments that are run in a more classical point system, by kind of
Hmm.
the more like I'll call them established members of the community, the more legacy members of the community, puts a higher value on full bases and like
Yeah.
really full bases, like shoving all those guys in there. Um, so just something to be aware of is that depending on the scoring systems that your tournament uses that you go to,
Hmm.
you may actually get dinged for having the Mantic official box.
Yep.
For having like thin, like not full bases.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. That's
So let's
enough.
hop into the commands. This is where I think the army really starts to sing. They have a bunch of commands. So if you are a 2 command army lover like myself, then sorry, you're gonna be jealous here for a few minutes. So I will read the commands and give me your thoughts on them. So our first command here is called "Fight with Honor!" Exclamation points. You gotta really get at it. Use.
And the British spelling, so you got to put the accent on it.
Oh yeah, fight with honor. Uh, I don't know. That's fine. Ignore me. Fight with honor. No, I'm an Australian. I'm going to stop now. This is good.
We're
This
gonna
is
hit the whole Commonwealth before
from
we get to the
Ohio.
homeland.
Units with the Hamacian trait only. For each successful result on a dice rolled to issue the order, the unit removes 1 damage it previously suffered. So it's a heal command, but only for
Yeah.
Hamacians.
Yeah. Heal's good.
Yeah, this is a heal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Go
fun.
ahead.
It's here's what I would say. It is good to do when you have nothing else to do, but you are, as we're going to see in a minute, you should regularly have something else to do with your commands.
Yep. But I would be mad if you gave my army a heal command. I mean, if it were one of 2, might feel a little bad. Even then, I wouldn't feel bad about it. But when it's one of like 4 or 5, however many they have, like, yeah, great.
I don't know,
I'll take
Sam.
it.
How's nature feeling when heal is one of your 2 commands?
At the risk of getting tomatoes thrown at me, I think the heal command in nature I use more than the Strider command. Like, not kidding. I think there's
Yeah.
always a use for it. Like,
Yeah.
chuck it on, heal a wound, everyone's happy, move
Yeah.
on through life.
Our next command is called Pack Attack. It's on a 4-up. Units involved in combat with multiple engaged friendly units only. So basically, if you have multiple of your units engaged with the same enemy unit, the unit gains Brutal 2 special rule.
Hmm.
This is good. Brutal's good. Brutal 1's
Yeah.
good. Brutal 2, really good. You're showing up to a fight with already 2 wounds on something when you go to roll its nerve. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
And there's
Uh,
what else to be said.
so good.
It's free. It's essentially free wounds.
Yeah. On top of that, a couple things for interactions. I believe the way that the command is written and the way Pipes of Terror is written, that is, it can stack to 3. On
Yep.
top of that, if the multiple engaged units, the one unit that you give the Brutal to is part of multiple combats, it goes into multiple combats.
Mhm.
I'll
So
get it.
there's a way to give Brutal
Yeah.
2 to like 3 or 4
And
units that you're
that
fighting.
unit doesn't even need to be engaged with the other units that are in the combat. Just
Yeah.
counts as one big combat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good. I think what's interesting is most armies don't have like meaningful choice in which command to cast. It's like, oh, I normally cast this command, and other times I cast this command. Like I play Northern Alliance, and it's like, all right, sometimes I don't have a command to cast. If my humans are in combat, I give them Vicious. If my beasts are in a funny spot, I give them Frozen. There's no like skill in the decision making process there. This and then the Thunder command we're gonna get to in a second create some really interesting interactions where you have to choose between Brutal or Thunder, and you got to do the math on the fly. And I have seen low crush units pop D6 because of Brutal. When I double charged a Lord on Large Beast, forgetting he was D6 in a tournament, double tournament Sam and I were playing out in Memphis. We killed it in one shot, and then I later learned it was D6. Brutal 2 is a good command.
Unaware the whole time. Let's talk about the Thunder command immediately. Let's just skip
Yes.
this next
So
one.
the next command we'll talk about, Thunder 1, is called Sikkim. Units with the Hamacian trait only. This unit gains the Thunderous Charge +1 special rule.
On most of the army that has Strider,
Yeah. Or Lion Snarls, which you can give Strider.
It
real good.
essentially functions as an omnidirectional Bane chant you can cast.
Yeah, it's
For all
fantastic.
intents and purposes. It's really good.
Brutal 2 has if you don't kill the unit with Brutal 2, you've wasted the command. This one does not do that. So it's up to you if you think it's going to go or not.
Yep. That's the way we kind of worked it out, is that if you think the thing is going to die, if you can push it over the edge, just use the Brutal. But if you think you're going to get stuck in a grind, you use the Thunder to stack the wounds on early.
If you really want it dead, you got to put multiple units in it anyway. Give one of them Brutal and one of them Thunderous.
Yep. Especially like if you give like a Warrior Pack troop or some kind of chaff the Brutal one, where it's like, I don't care how much damage you do, I'm just trying to get Brutal across.
Yeah.
Or give the Lion Snarls the Brutal command because they don't need the Thunder usually.
That too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lion Snarls don't need a lot of help to kill.
But yeah, so but it creates scenarios where you have interesting choice in which command to cast. Which, like I said, is I think
I agree.
a unique feature of the army that lots of, I would say almost every other army in the game besides like Salamanders, Trident Realms, don't get to do that same kind of meaningful, interesting choice.
Yeah, orcs that, I mean, the orc commands are great, but it's pretty obvious
Yeah.
which ones you're going to use, right? Like, if I need to really get to something, then I'll do Wild Charge. Otherwise, I'm Green Raging everything. So,
Yeah. I'll add for these two commands. They're on a 4-up, which is amazing. In addition to that, I think these are two of the best commands in the game. I know there's a few commands that are problematic right now, depending on who you ask. But as far as non-problematic commands, like if any other army had either of these commands, they would be rocketed up as far as like their usability goes. They're
yeah,
Yeah.
really strong.
You put
yeah.
like a brutal 2 command in like Kingdoms of Men with their like Alpha Strike. Like something
Yeah.
like big beast cav are like flying across the map and like brutal 2 in you or like thundering. Like that's incredible.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Um
Uh,
oh go ahead.
no, I was gonna read the next one.
Oh
Is
cool.
that cool?
Next one. We've got for us Bloodhound, 4-up, units with Hunter trait only. This unit gains Slayer in, special rule, where in is the lowest number of dice rolled, lowest number rolled on the dice when attempting to issue this order. For example, rolling 2 and 6 would successfully issue the order, 4-up required, and would apply as an in value of 2 to the Slayer rule.
Nonsense.
Yep,
This is
I
a
agree.
joke.
I mean, situationally, it could be useful, but like, I've never seen anyone cast this. There's just way better commands. I, I'm not sure what
So
if you got lion snarls going into some large infantry unit that's defense 4 or defense 5, and they're the only thing charging it. Sure, and you don't have anything else to cast, why not? You can take a flyer on it. But really, like, yeah, the other commands are way better,
yep.
and you're gonna cast one of those. It's just
Uh,
the way it is.
I've had this casted on me or against me correctly one time. And by correctly, I mean it was the only thing that would have done anything for Kyle Peach. So he was already wounding on 2s. He was not double charging, so he could not get brutal. And the unit that was charging was fully healed. So there's no healing either. So he was like, well, I'll do this. And he had a warlord to give it to it, which makes it worse because it's more likely that you have a lower result on 3
Uh,
than 2 dice. So it's you're less incentivized to use it if you have a warlord, which is
I don't know though,
antithetical.
because you still need to get the 4 to get it to
You need the
work,
4, but
right?
now
So
you're
you
you're
want
like
more
one or
dice to make
two.
sure you get the 4. But yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's really silly. He got like an extra 1 or 2 dice. I can't remember what happened. It was the correct time to use it, and it was dumb. I didn't like it. I didn't
I've
enjoy it.
used it. I played quite a bit of Xirkaali, and I've used it exactly one time, and it was on Lion Snarl, that single charged unit, and I got one attack if I remember correctly, or like a 5 and a
It's
1. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
it, literally the only thing I can envision doing it, because anything else you want to give them thunder, it sits right
Yep.
there.
And let's not complain. Right, Xirkaali have wonderful commands. They have one
Yeah.
command. Which, speaking of another command that is pretty good, for the greater good, this one's on a 4-up. Units with a Yan trait only. For each successful result of the dice rolled to issue this order, the unit gains 1 damage, so it takes a hit, but also increases its speed by +1. No nerve test is taken for the damage suffered this way. So this is on the human boys, the Baldies.
Sam, you go ahead and
Can
start.
I go on this?
Yeah, Trenton, please.
I've been caught out by this. Like, it just, you don't expect it. You
He's
don't
talking
expect
about me.
this speed 10, this speed or speed 5. It's got a 10-inch charge, and you measure it out, and you're like, all right. And then you roll the dice, and like, oh no, these goobers took 3 wounds. I don't care. Now
Yeah,
they're suddenly speed 8, and they
yeah,
charge all the way across the board and tie up something that you desperately don't want to be stuck fighting these stupid bald dudes. And now it is.
Yeah, I hate bald guys. Yeah, listen, I fully agree with Trenton. Here's another thought.
here it is.
I read this as a
Yep,
permanent upgrade to speed.
I agree.
It is not until the end of the turn. It is
Yep,
just you hit them and you increase their speed.
yep,
That is how I read that. That's a plain reading of the rule, which means
yep.
you can I've done it before in a game where you keep a Yan back and you just hit them every turn until they're like speed 10, and then you just shoot them across the map to go tie something up, and it's
Yeah.
the funniest thing ever.
That's
There's
that's
so
wild.
yeah, it's not like it's clearly not the intent of the rule, but
No, I would agree
also
with that.
every other rule in the game that changes the core stat of a unit, like Bane Chant, it says for the rest of the turn.
So
Just
even within these rules, like if
Yep.
you look at Sikkim, it just says the unit gains the thunderous charge +1 special rule,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And
Gains
I
Thunder
don't
ones
expect
forever.
it. I don't think anyone
You're four
is.
by the end of the game.
Yeah, I think it needs FAQ'd. I think like it desperately needs
Your
FAQ'd.
thunderous 6.
But it, as written, you keep because I use Frostbite quite a bit
Mhm.
in Northern Alliance, and it is reduced speed by 1 until the beginning of my next turn. Like
Yep.
it's like very clearly told when it ends. So probably yes, you don't get to like do like the peasant cannon with your Yan, but the way it's written,
It is the way all the Xirkaali commands are written actually are like that, which is I think a miss. Um, but I do
Yeah,
think this command is fantastic. I
I think it's
wish
good. Yeah,
it's also the only command in the entire army that targets Yan
well, explicitly targets them because you can use the Brutal
explicitly.
2
So
command
they
on
can get
them.
brutal too. Um, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, we agree.
It's effectively Wild Charge 2 for each hit, which
yeah,
is really surprising.
and you
It's
don't
the only
have
speed increase in the game that allows you to charge still.
to like declare your charge and then not take it if you do.
Nope.
Yeah,
Get it?
Um,
It's just like I'm suddenly a lot faster,
yeah,
you
and it
get
can
it.
be a lot faster.
Adds up.
yeah. Um, well, those are the commands. They're good commands, good suite of commands. Let's see if our units are as good as the commands that they can be given. Spoiler, they aren't. We're going to start with the warlords. We've got the
Mhm.
matriarch. We did not talk about this in advance. I'm okay to not read all of the stats unless the stats matter.
I think we read no stats unless we just
Yes.
allude to them, if
Yeah,
that
so
makes
if
sense.
you are curious about the stats, it's on the Mantic Companion app. Go look at the stats for yourself. You can have a little read along. That'd be really nice. But yeah, so the some stats I'm sure will come up, but for now we're just gonna go through for the sake of. I don't think you want 3 dudes reading you numbers for like an hour. So the matriarch, she's a warlord hero. She's infantry. Um, what we're gonna do on each of the units as a kind of a preamble, we will say kind of what their role within the army is, like the thing that they do, and then what value we think they bring. So,
Yeah.
Sam and Tritton, what does the matriarch do? What's her value? What's her role?
The
Combat
major,
individual.
yeah, couldn't agree more.
She she has bonus range to her commands, and you get the extra die because she's a warlord. So
Yeah,
that's her shtick.
Yeah. Do we
yeah.
think she's worth 210 points?
It's pricey.
Yeah. Aura Vicious for Hermesion's great. The torque of command effectively being built into her, also good. Strider, combat individual. I think she's only 6 attacks. A little light
Yeah, I think so.
for 210 points. I don't want to like point out the preamp nature again, but the Chieftain's got 8 for 175, and I like that.
Thunder's got 6 for 190, and he's mounted.
Donar's good.
Can I
Yeah,
can I say nice things
good.
about her?
She's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
So I went into writing this army review thinking she was bad,
Oh,
and then I now think she's good.
yeah.
So here's why: 210 points. You get torque of command built in, so that's 15 points.
Yeah.
You have Aura Vicious, which each time applied essentially gives something Chant of Hate, which is 25 points. So that's 40 points of for value right there, and essentially those items. You can actually give Chant of Hate to multiple things, but so now we're at 170.
Okay.
Yeah, here's to like make up for essentially 170 points of value.
Mhm.
And I know it doesn't quite work that way, but that's one way to think about the value she brings.
Yeah.
Very inspiring. All right, that's good. Non-yielding individual, speed 7. You can turn something, go 14 inches with the strider, and tie something up. That is really valuable.
Mhm.
And there are other stuff in the army that can do it. But actually, the more I have thought about it, it's hard to fit her because Xirkaali is so expensive. Like the other
Yeah.
stuff you want to bring is expensive. But I do actually think she, in some certain lists, she could give you 210 points of value, and she gives you
For
a third
the
dice on commands.
for the non-yielding individual that can go reach out and touch something. Now, I don't want to give away spoilers, but there's somebody else in this army list that's
We agree.
way better at that.
And
We
cheaper.
agree.
I agree, but I'm just the thought is more like I think there is play at 200, even at 210 points. I think there is certainly play for a matriarch.
Yeah, I think what I wrote for the value is generally decent. It's not going to like wow you or like auto take or anything, but it's not going to like throw your list into the trash. It's gonna be fine.
I
Yeah.
have my
Cool.
I have my matriarch model right here. Here she is. I need
Hey,
to
look at that.
prime and paint her, obviously, but
Agree.
I obviously haven't used her yet. Next one, Kulon Kaiju Slayer, another infantry warlord hero. Let's talk about the role and the value.
You want to say it, Trenton?
Go ahead.
Combat individual. It's a combat individual. Does that thing. This is a unique character. What makes this better than the matriarch is its defense 6. For I think 35 more points.
30.
Is that right? 30?
More.
210 and 240. Nice.
Yeah.
I even wrote that. Whoops. So I think for the extra defense and a unit that you're going to end up throwing at something to solve a problem, I think this is well worth the difference. And the aura is Slayer 3, I believe,
To Hamacion.
for Hemesian, which is, I think, better than Vicious generally. I don't know where the math is. I also run a bunch of large infantry, so it felt terrible when it got used against me. It
Yeah,
was a
I
good
feel
unit.
like there's diminishing returns on that for like larger
yeah.
units, but yeah.
He
It's
also
a great
has,
unit.
he also has spell word, which
Neat.
matriarch does not. So
Spell word can be very useful.
I like this more than the matriarch.
yeah, I think he's
You
still
like it
expensive.
40 points more than the matriarch.
Yeah, defense 6.
200.
D6 is good. We're talking about throwing an individual at something because almost every game you play, there comes a time where somebody's got to go die.
it's
This guy being D6, well, there's a good chance he might not die.
Around the room. Yep. Absolutely.
yeah. When you're piloting your army, you have like the Futurama moment of like, all right, like some of us must die.
Yeah.
And it's just yeah. I do think I'll push back a little bit generally on Kulon. I think the idea is there in the army. 30 points matters a lot. It is really you have to squeeze every point you can get out because the stuff you want to use is so expensive. That I think on paper he's actually pretty good. I would agree with that. But I just 240 points is so hard to fit in somewhere. You can do it. I'm certain you can do it.
I've seen him on the table.
Yeah.
It's a great unit.
Yeah, he's a good unit. He's expensive.
I think in comparison to Matriarch, the 30 points doesn't hurt. In comparison to something very cheap that we will talk about later, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
Let me talk about this.
I don't want to beat this to the ground, but like he's 240 points, and like I think of other units that are in that price range, and
yeah,
it's really hard to justify. Now I know there's like you can't really compare individuals to like core units and what they do, but like we're looking at things in that price range. There's things that are way better, way more utility to this.
In this army, there are things for 240 points that are better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a Wildfang regiment with elite, I think.
Is it
really?
It's close. It's close. All right. We have two more warlords. Biter, Witch Eater. All right, everyone, say it together now.
Bad.
Combat individual. What's his value?
Negative.
Fucking horrible.
This dude's bad.
All right, are we good to cuss? I assume we're fine to.
Probably.
That was my fault. Okay.
He costs as much as a dragon. Dragons aren't good, and he's worse than any dragon.
Synced. I'm happy to. I've used this. I forced myself to put this in a list and use it.
I played against it. It was awful.
Just as bad as you thought it would be. I can't understand what the value of that thing is. I don't
I
understand
have
it
no
at all.
idea.
Yep.
I don't know what you're paying
Yeah, he's
for.
terrible. 285. He's bad. Moving on. Witch Hunter Shugj, my boy. I have him
Hey,
locked on him, so I
Shugj.
point him out. But I love him.
Sugar.
Yeah. Sam and Trenton, what does he do? What's his role?
It's
He's
a chariot.
annoying.
It's a chariot
annoying.
warlord, so it can hold tokens. It can get flank charges. It has 8 attacks, I think.
Yeah.
It's also the cheapest warlord in the army, which is something to note in an army where you need shape points.
And where your
What
commands are,
190?
and where you probably want a 3 dice somewhere.
190 for 3 dice and 8 dice, 8 attacks on. Is it Crush 1? And then it's
Hold
like
think
speed
so.
7 wild charge 2. It's a great
He's
unit.
he's 2 unit strength.
Yeah, he's great. We like Shugch.
Yep. That's all I have to say on him. I like him. He's good.
Chariot bases are interesting too. Like you can fit them in weird places. Like they have some drawbacks, but they're also
agree.
like you can pivot them and get them places like you didn't think you could get something else because they get like half as long as they are when you pivot them, and suddenly it's like, oh, hey, can get over there.
Yeah, it is. Drawbacks are defense 4, and that chariot base is a little bit harder to reform on combats.
Yeah,
You don't get the individual thing, but also this is paying points somewhere for having elite versus the spellcaster trait. How many times has that happened to you, Sam? How many times have you gotten to use that?
Literally never, and I have played quite a bit of Shugj.
Yeah,
I love it from a flavor standpoint. I
yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
rules that have flavor reasons and everything, but yeah, it's
Yeah, Shugj is one of my
it
favorite
is
painted
so
models
situational.
in my Xirkaali army, and I love bringing him
Yeah.
out. And I've never seen that happen once.
Uh,
One quick thought on the individual thing. Him being able to hold tokens is nice. Not an individual, so he can pick up tokens. It also means he doesn't have the value the others do of go tie something up and die.
yeah,
Like he can't do the individual pivot and then go. Like he can still tie something up. He's not yielding, but he can't do the thing that Kulon, the matriarch,
Yep.
can do, where I can pivot
yeah.
and hit something on my flank and go.
Yeah, I go back and forth on individual, non-individual, and like it's just very situational. There's times where like I desperately wish this unit was an individual, and other times where I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you're not an individual
Yep,
right now.
we agree.
I think 6 dice or less. I don't care if it can get a flank. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah,
You're not doing much.
Shugj
But
is 8
8 dice. I'll say I think Shugch, Kulon, and Matriarch are all like kind of a choose your flavor warlord. Like I don't think any of them are worse or better than the other. I think personally Shug is my favorite of the 3 if I had to build an army with a warlord.
I agree.
I'd agree.
But I could see arguments for all 3 in
Yeah,
different cases.
I agree. All right.
I could be talking to the others, but yeah.
Let's go a little quicker through the champions. They have
Yeah.
yeah. So we got the Beastmaster.
They're mostly bad, so it's fine.
Yeah. We have described him. I'll read our 3 descriptions of him. His role: Lion Snarl backpack, Lion Snarl tax, and then give Strider to Lion Snarl. He has Aura Strider.
That's what he does.
What's his value, guys?
I think it's
Give
Aura
Strider.
Beast. It's Aura Strider Beast.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's just a beast.
Spoiler
So-
alert.
Which
That's
is-
Lion Snarl. Okay.
I think is that literally just Lion Snarls?
No, it's
I think there
monkey.
are others.
Dragon. So Gaklu, Shao Quan, and
Punch Monkey gets it?
Snarl. Punch Monkey can get it. Yeah.
Ooh.
He's 80 points. He doesn't inspire. If you take him, you're probably taking 3 to 4 Lion Snarl. Shout out Mace. And you're probably taking 2 because he's cheap and he gives the commands for 80 points is cool.
Yeah.
That'll work. Like if you have an extra slot, throw him in there.
Yeah.
But like generally it's a tax. It's like you have to take this if you're taking Lion Snarl, more than 1 Lion Snarl.
Yeah. I wish you could. I wish you had an upgrade where you can make him inspire
Yeah.
instead of because like you can give him the item, which happy to do that, but you can only do it once. Like you said, like if you want to take multiple, it's harder. It's a tougher sell. But like yeah, he's great. Like if you're going heavy in Lion Snarl, take this guy.
We agree.
Ooh. Can I talk about the next one?
Yeah. Oh wait, real quick. We have a guy in our local community, Mace, Sam referenced, who brought 4 Lion Snarl to a 2-day GT, and got our middle of the pack award. He got Countercharger. He went 2-2 and 1 with 4 Lion Snarl and some stuff, and it was awesome. I played him round 1. He's a great guy.
Love.
But yeah,
Lion
so
Snarls will kill
shout out
stuff.
to
We'll get
Mace.
there though.
Yeah, love it.
All right, yeah. Who wants to take? You said you want to take Lu
Me.
Lang.
Lei Long is how I've been saying it. I could be
I
wrong.
think Lei Long is right.
Lei Long is a unique champion. I have played with this model. I know a lot of army reviews will look at stuff and be like, some of these you can't even get to the table because they're trash. Where you look at it, non-inspiring combat individual that's speed 5 with 4 attacks and some duelist is like tragically bad on paper. In practice, she was super annoying. Or he, they. I'm gonna go they. Lei Long effectively walked up the board. No one or Trenton did not want anything to do with Lei Long because they haven't
Oh.
snare. So it's like annoying to fight. It's like I don't really
Yeah.
care about this, and it's not going to do any damage to me. So they just like ran around. It was playing Raise, so we like burned objectives with them, and then ran out of units. It's got elite and vicious,
Yeah.
so it kind of like doesn't miss the 4 attacks.
Yeah, it's only 4 attacks, but it is weirdly super efficient
Yeah,
with the stupid 4 attacks.
it's just
like,
stable. Yeah,
It gives you like 2-3 wounds every time,
every time.
like clockwork. And sometimes like that's what you need in that fight. You need an extra 2 or 3 wounds. And there they were doing that. Like you said, you don't want to. I don't want to dedicate something to go fight this stupid thing because
But
I'm going to be
100
stuck fighting it. But then it's just running around being an annoyance doing stuff.
So 120 points for defense 4, nerve 13, and snaring chaff. If you think about it that way, is awesome. And also you get to give out some commands before you die. Also
Yeah.
awesome.
You will die.
So situationally useful. I think it's not bad.
Yeah. The only downside is like the way you described it. Yeah, they sound good, except you need unlocks for it. That's the only downside. Is like you have to have the unlocks available for it. But yeah, like I mean, if you got the spare points, and you're looking for something, throw them in there.
If you have the 4th hero slot, I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
weirdly useful.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, next we have the Siege Master. This is the Chakram tax.
Yeah. What do we write for this one? Chakram
Dude,
tax,
don't
chakram
put
back.
on
Make
the
sure
stupid the mortars. Ugh.
Okay, that we'll get to that when we come to the mortars. I think it's a trap to put it on the mortars because it's 100.
I agree.
You're adding a ton of. We'll get there. We'll get there.
You put them all together anyway, but yeah.
But if your mortars are inspired, they're gonna die anyway. They're just gonna die horribly, but they're gonna die horribly twice.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to inspire the mortars. I just want them to have a lead for the first couple turns.
Bang,
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah. Good.
Here's a thing. So this is where I think, to our credit, I will kind of toot our horn a little bit. I think we made an effort to have played as, against, or both every unit in this army before doing a review.
Yeah.
So this is from experience. Siege Master, do not sleep on the D6. Sam called him an emergency doorstop, and yeah, he's D6. Sometimes you can just go tie stuff up. Like, he's hard to kill. And you don't want him doing that every game or even every turn. But when you're playing games, sometimes it gets down to like you're in it. You're in the crapper, and it's like turn 5, and you're like, I need to tie that up, and I need the thing that ties it up to not die. Defense 6.
Defense 6, baby. More specifically, if you're running this, you're running it with an Inspiring Talisman, and you're running it next to a bunch of Chakram Hordes. And if something gets close enough to those Chakram Hordes, and you have other things you need to shoot, you go charge it, you stay within the aura of the Chakram Horde, the Chakram Horde shoot another thing, both problems are solved. Everyone's happy. It's horribly valuable. I think
Not
the Siege
everyone.
Master with Inspiring Talisman it goes with the Chakrams, and they're great.
Yep.
A second one or one without the Inspiring Talisman is worthless.
Yep.
I think
We
it's
agree.
I cannot understand.
Because you don't want
I
to split
agree.
your chakram battery. Like, it doesn't make sense to have like too small. You need the volume of shots in the chakrams.
No,
Which
I'd go further and say your whole shooting battery doesn't want to be split.
yeah.
Yeah.
Witch Hunter. This is a champion hero infantry. He does have a 40-point upgrade to become a large cav, where he is a Witch Hunter on Lion.
It's technically a large cav chariot. The type is large cav. The base is a chariot.
Yeah, it's. But they're still
It's because of
my
the way the
box is
line
down
snarls are, and yeah,
Yeah, it's.
it's good.
I don't know that I quite get this one. Like,
Okay.
it's more expensive than Shook
with the lion.
Really
Yeah,
expensive. 220 for
with the
the
Lion,
yeah,
and like I just feel like you'd be
200.
wanting to take Shook.
Uh, yeah, I think I
Okay?
said like yeah, I think adding like I think it's situationally good if you're doing that list like that like third edition style. Here's all my 50 millimeter run around and punch things list. The first one you take is Shug, and then after that you start taking Witch Hunters on Lion, and even then they're expensive, but they're really fast. They're speed 9,
Yeah,
so I see it. I understand it. I'm not taking them.
nope. I have played quite a bit of Witch Hunter. Also, it is my second favorite army unit painting wise that I have in my army. I love my Witch Hunter on
Yeah, I
Lion.
like it.
It's not
Too
great.
much, yeah.
Uh,
It's got a lever spellcasters.
yeah, I've never once used that ability ever
that
with
is
it, which maybe is a skill
purely
issue.
attack.
Maybe I'm telling on myself. But yeah, here's the hard part. We're gonna get to there in about 2 minutes because we're gonna fly through our next one.
Sure.
Yan Lieutenant is just better. It's so much better than the Witch Hunter on Lion that it makes it really hard to justify a Witch Hunter on Lion. So that's all that I will say. Let's really quick run through the next one then, unless we have anything else to say on Witch Hunter on Lion.
Use this. Wait, the next one. No, I'm happy. I've used this model. I forced myself to put this model on the table. The Zorzor Prowmaster. This is the champion for Xirkaali. It is, on paper, it is horrible. And in practice, it is significantly worse. It can't
bad.
do anything. And I
It's bad.
hate it.
I
If it was, if the Blast 2 special once per game alchemical powders was a full game rule, it would still suck. Like it would be unplayably bad.
It'd still be bad.
I hate
I don't know what they're expecting this guy to do. I don't know what you're paying for. I played against them, and I'm just like, yeah, this dude's awful.
it might
baffled.
have made a commander
Bad.
worse than Jordan from the Northern Alliance. He's terrible. I wrote in our
165.
write up. I wrote great model, but you can go ahead and glue him directly to your display board.
That was really funny.
It's an awesome model. Just
100%.
put that straight in the display board.
Yeah, that was Sam's role within the army was paperweight.
Yeah,
It's not good.
yeah, it's bad.
bad.
Which brings us to what I think Sam and I agree. Actually, I think all three of us agree is the single best unit in the army.
Uh,
I don't know about best unit. It's by far the
Trenton,
best,
you
like,
wrote goat.
champion.
What do you think goat
Goat.
means?
let's go.
I mean,
It's more colloquial.
yeah,
Go.
within the role that he's playing here, right? Like,
It's the best
like,
commander in the army
the-
by a mile.
by mile, like it's the best commander in the army
Yeah.
because like you have to take a commander. It's required, right? And you should take this guy. You should take two of these guys.
This guy is the Yan Lieutenant, who is bracketed to 2.
Right.
Otherwise, I would bring 3 every game.
Bingo.
He's a Cav hero. I'm going to real quick just read through what he does. He is not yielding. He is an individual. He is very inspiring. He is speed 8. All right, just think of the
And?
possibilities. They are endless.
Tell us the price tag. Tell us.
130 points. You are
Beautiful.
losing money. 2 of them cost 20 points less than Kulan Kaiju Slayer. 2 of them cost 20 points more than Kulan Kaiju Slayer. 2 of them cost 25 points less than Biter Witch Eater.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Oh my
And they're
god.
very inspiring. Very inspiring.
Very inspiring.
It's
It's
speed
so
8
good.
cav
It's so
that are non-yielding. I don't
They're
care. They
amazing.
only have 3 attacks. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They can have 1 attack. Doesn't matter. Still worth it.
They're amazing.
They are fantastic. They do exactly what you need them to at the cheap price point.
Yep.
Like it's
actually worth it.
There's nothing more to say about it. They do. I genuinely think you start every Xirkaali army by putting 2 of these in your army and then continuing to build the rest of your list idea.
I think there's a couple
I would
list
not
versions where only
disagree with
run
that
one.
at all.
I think you can justify one with like a shooting battery with a siege master. If you also want a beast
No, 'cause
master.
the other 2 are just going to be yawns. I don't care.
but,
They got it.
This is the unit that got Mace to finally say, okay, I have to have bald dudes in the army.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Uh,
Is
yeah,
that good?
it's oh my
Love
gosh,
it.
they're so good. Also, banner of command on them is stonks, 150 points. Get that third dice, so you can get those
Mhm.
good commands off. Those are the commanders.
Yeah.
Let's dig into the core now.
Can I talk 1 sec? Sorry.
Yeah, please.
I think as a general overview of the commanders, the Yon Lieutenant is the only like always usable one. Most are pretty bad except for like situational builds. So like as far as internal balance, it's not amazing for champions. I
Terrible.
like the Yon Lieutenant's amazing, but I think the rest of the army is
I
like
agree.
you can take this guy with an inspiring talisman, or you can take this guy with an inspiring talisman, and the rest of it's terrible. So like without the young lieutenant, this army would be like pathetic.
And
I
it's
think.
not with it. I'm not convinced it's not pathetic, but without it, it would be like Empire of Dust.
Cool.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
just
with
wanted to
you.
like
Like,
yeah.
whenever you have something that's the clear, obvious choice,
Hmm.
we missed the mark.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I should be sitting here wringing my hands trying to decide what do I need.
Hmm.
What is the best thing for me in these situations? Like, you're
Yeah.
reading through this, it's like, oh yeah, Yon lieutenants,
Yeah.
shove them
And
in.
I think they did it. That's why I like talked about the warlords. I think they did a pretty good job with like there's three warlords. They're a little different and they all like do kind of similar but different roles, and it's like interesting decision to figure out what to take. And I like that. And I think for the champions, they totally missed the mark on that.
yeah.
Even in Yeah, but like even him, like
Mhm.
I don't want to bog it down too much, but yeah, like I don't want to take any of the warlords.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I want to take the warlords is because I can't take more than two Jan lieutenants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have screwed around with a double battalion list building, but
Or
six,
Jan.
as we're going to get to in a minute, 6 core is rough in this army. You're
yeah,
getting
Let's do it.
some garbage.
agreed.
If you have
Let's talk
enough,
war, baby.
yeah. Brotherhood of Yawn. They can be taken as a troop, a regiment, or a horde. The troop version is auxiliary. Uh, roles in the army, we all called them chaff, but bald. Uh,
Yeah.
tell me something about them. What do they do?
They're
Yeah.
chaff. You can make them faster, which is actually super good in certain situations.
They're great.
True.
Chaff that I can yeet across the board. It's
Yeah.
useful.
I've
Yeah,
yeah, I agree. I think I've used all flavors of these guys. The horde is not going to serve you any better purpose than the regiments were.
Nope.
nope.
I found them worthless. But the regiments are 85 point unlock. It's the cheapest unlock in the army, and the troops are 65 points. That's the cost of a critter unit. That can technically get to speed 8 if you roll funny enough.
Yep.
So
Or
they're
like
great
speed 20 if you read the rule as written.
if you're illiterate. Yeah.
The one downside is in an army where the majority of what you actually want to take and is useful is speed 7.
Yeah.
These guys being speed 5, it not only are they slow, they slow down your whole army. They slow down the whole line.
It's a great point.
So that is one drawback to them. But like
It
you
doesn't
said, they are
synergize very
super
well.
cheap unlocks.
Yeah, Trenton, would you say it's kind of like deploying Hellstrikers behind an Orc Horde? That you're effectively slowing down the threat range.
No, hard to disagree on that because unlike everything in this army, Hellstrikers fly.
Yeah.
So they can just jump over that horde
Wait,
and still have
fly?
it in threat range. Goklu does not
I'm
fly.
kidding. I know the guy. I've sadly played with them.
We'll get there.
Yeah, no, I think we agree. They're chaff. Here's the thing. They don't do much, but at 85 points for a regiment, you are not asking them to do much. I also think
No.
that there's an interesting play you can do with the troops to cover flanks of the Chakram hordes.
Yeah.
I think there's some play there for sure. But
The troops regiments are awesome. They work perfectly as chaff.
just hard because warrior pack troops exist, and I want that for my chaff.
Yeah.
At my ox slot. Chakrams. Time to get into the bang bang. They are troops, regiments or horde. The troops are auxiliary. The regiments and hordes are core. What's their role and what is their value?
Yeah.
They're a machine gun.
Yeah. Man.
They turned things into pink mist.
Yeah. This I will is gonna we're gonna post this, aren't we? I'll say that this is the best unit in the game in the army. Whoa, in the army. This is the single best Xirkaali unit you can take as a Chakram Horde, and I mean that.
I don't know if I go that far. I
Yeah.
do think they are
This
they
is it.
are likely the best shooting unit in the game.
Ooh, decimators, but maybe yeah, I could see it.
12-inch
I'm
Like
sold. They
decimators.
get five more dice for
it's a
decimators.
12 inch range, but
Yeah,
it's 25 attacks, right?
yeah,
25
it's a
attacks
lot.
on force. On
Yeah,
force.
it's a
Like
ton.
they just like, you take three of these things, you ever roll 75 dice, it'll kill anything.
It's amazing.
It's Pierce one. Just yeah, if you brought the Siege Master, which you should if you're bringing these guys, they got
Yeah,
a lead on it too.
yeah. It's
They
yeah, it's
nuke anything that comes within 12 inches.
if you are halted, it is the same damage output as a Rift Forge Horde.
Yep.
Yeah. I said in
Sweet.
our write up, so I'm going to Masters this year, and if I had time to finish painting my Xirkaali Yan stuff, my cafe that I'm running as Yan, before Masters, I would be running this at Masters.
Yeah,
I think
I,
three chakram core, three chakram hordes is the core of your army, and then build off from there. And there's I think some really interesting list building decisions you can make off of if you start with three chakram hordes and a siege master with inspiring talisman, and then you kind of go wild from there. I think two mortars are necessary at that point, but we'll get there. Um,
yeah.
if I had time to paint this, it's actually a bummer. I think the list I have built for this is better than the list I will be bringing to Masters, but it's like I just don't have time to paint it between now and then. Um, I think they are the core of a amazing army, and
yeah,
I think this is one of those things that
Completely
on
agree.
paper you may not see it.
yeah,
'Cause I understand a conversation we've had a lot in our community is 12-inch shooting. Well, they're only 12-inch shooting. You have to see it in action. You have to do it. You have to play it. Like this is why playing the games matters. We got to play the games.
Hmm.
Play them in a game, and watch a unit bounce off of you, and you withdraw. So you have your other two hordes turn and look at them
yeah.
menacingly, and then you put
You know,
75
halt,
shots in them.
You have to turn
just
them.
die.
You see everything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
they're oh my god, dude, they are. Yeah, just play them.
they're the
It's
Try
best.
them.
I,
They're the
I
best
watched
unit in the
them.
army. They are the best
I
unit.
Yam
watched
lieutenants, I think
them
are best.
melt a completely fresh Reforged Legionary Horde.
That was
Defense
only two
5,
hordes.
Nerve
That was only two hordes, by
25
the way.
Horde
Two hordes.
got just gunned down.
That was 50 shots,
Yeah.
not even the whole 75.
It is worth
And it was
noting
But
though that 12-inch shooting is hard to play. Like it's a hard list to play. Actually, I think
oh yeah, it's hard to
it's a high
play.
skill in piloting this like short range
yeah.
shooting horde.
Mhm.
The rest of the army facilitates it pretty well.
I agree.
Man, this is.
Does yeah.
I mean, I
I think it was Sam. I think it was you that said it. Like the first person that runs three hordes will think they discovered some ancient secret.
Dude, I've
Like,
been, we don't need to say much more. I've been talking about Chakram Hordes for a while. If you are in Columbus, you've heard me be annoying about Chakram Hordes, or you've had me play them against you on UB. Um, man,
they're
I know
good.
Decimators are good. Decimators are good, but if you're playing Xirkali, this is, it might not be what you want, but it's the best list you can make out of it, I
Yeah,
think.
which is the
Uh,
fair point. Some Zerkali people who are excited about the idea of the army. This is not what they wanted,
no,
and that's okay.
just
No,
ball
no,
shooting.
no one looked at the dog people and said, "Give me the bald dudes who throw discs."
Why am I on this
The
call?
ball disc golfers.
I hate it
Yeah.
here. Warrior packs.
Let's do it.
They are troops. They're heavy infantry. The troops are auxiliary regiments are unlocking, and there are no hordes for them. What do they do?
Or chaff. For those
Yeah.
who don't want bald dudes
Fast
in their army.
chaff.
Shout out Mace.
Yeah. That's it. These guys are fine.
They are fast.
Yeah.
They do have that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what they are here.
I think the troops are fantastic value.
Mhm.
But I think you're paying a lot of points for like Strider and some other decent rules that you don't really care to have on Chaff. So
I would
100 like
agree.
the unlocking part for 140 like hurts a lot to know that like you're sending it on a one-way trip to go die. and you're not going to
Yeah.
get that much value back.
Rather
But it's
they had
yeah, they're
Pathfinder versus Strider, and you were paying for that instead.
Yeah.
I think Pathfinder's a better rule for chaff.
Yep.
You should take Planestalkers.
Nope. Absolutely not. Yeah.
No, I'll just take Tundra Wolves, which are
Uh,
these with Pathfinder and
Yeah.
cheaper.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with everything that both of you have said. You're paying a premium for Strider when you don't care. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care if my fast chaff kills you or not. It's not going to. Spoiler, with or without Strider.
Right,
not
I
killing you.
never expected it to.
Yeah. But the troops and regiments are both good, for certainly in their own roles. But the troops at 110 points make a little more sense than 140 points. You simply are not getting 140 points of value out of regiments.
Yeah.
Um,
The step down from Spear Wardens, which we'll talk about next, is they're like horribly inefficient compared to them, but they're cheap and they go die and they're good at that. So like they fit a really nice role, but you feel like you paid a premium for it.
Yeah,
So they're in a
I'd
weird place.
agree. I can't ever see you taking regiments. I don't know what you're ever bringing regiments
unlock.
for.
That's it.
But yeah, if I'm just trying to unlock, I can go
Take a
pay
Brotherhood.
for
yeah.
and
I
and
brought
they
regiments.
do the same thing.
I
They
brought
go die.
regiments to BCB out of Memphis. I brought 2 regiments there, and then since then I've played with regiments a couple of times. There's
Yeah.
some play to them. Like, I don't think they're like a horrible unit. I just think you're paying a lot of money for them. And if you're playing against a list that has a lot of high nerve units, like I've played them against Kingdoms of Men and Orcs, and it was a Horde style Kingdoms of Men list, they were worthless.
Yeah.
But against some like squishier armies, there is some play there. But
They kill like
it's gonna be
critters and
hard as
orchlings
Orcs.
pretty easily, I think.
You kill
Right?
what?
They get close to killing critters and orchlings pretty reliably. Like so that's good for positioning.
Yeah.
It's 140 points then at that point, and you're like, ah,
Yeah, then I spent 140 points to kill critters and die.
yeah.
I mean,
You buy board space, but it's
let
like,
me put the value this way, and like I know I bring up orcs a lot because that's what I've been playing most this edition. But a regiment of Riftforged Legionaries costs 135 points, and it's infinitely better than a regiment
Yep.
of these guys.
We agree.
yeah,
Wow, that
yeah.
comparison, that
Right?
comparison hurts. That comparison hurts a lot.
Yeah.
You're paying a lot for the speed and Strider on these guys, which the speed's nice, but the Strider is just
Yeah.
it's useless.
We
Like
agree.
you don't need it. Like it's nice to have, but you're not trying to kill something with these guys. You're never trying to kill something with these guys.
We agree. Uh, Speaking of stuff that won't kill anything, let's talk about Spear Wardens. You can take them as troops for auxiliary regiments that are unlocking. Hey, I'm gonna read all the stuff these guys have again, because I think it's hard to understand how insane they are. They are speed 7. They have Strider. They have 15 attacks in the regiment, 12 attacks in the troop. And then for whatever reason, they have phalanx,
Because you have spears.
and they are
Spear war.
and I know, but and they are 1,000,000 points.
195.
Oh,
Regiments are 195 points.
There are a lot of points. The 15 attacks, they're crush 1 too, aren't they as well?
Yes.
On 3s.
And defense 5, number 17. Like it's not terrible.
It's basically an ogre regiment, in a
It's
way.
almost an ogre regiment. It actually costs more than an ogre regiment, which is pretty disgusting.
They get some stuff. Yeah.
They get a little bit more, but like offensively, you're not quite as good as an ogre regiment. You're missing 3 attacks, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 3 attacks is
Matters.
it could be difference between a unit dying and not.
Yeah.
I think it feels like you're paying a lot for phalanx on these guys, and phalanx is not nearly as good as it was last edition, but you're still paying for it. So I don't know.
It feels like you're paying a lot for a little bit of each rule.
Yeah, I'd
It feels
agree.
so like all of us wrote like jack of all trades as the role within the army. It's like a unit that kind of does some stuff, but it does everything okay. I this is great because we can just monopolize this. We see spear wardens everywhere all the time. One of the highest placing GT results has just a pile of spear wardens. It was pretty common to see at some newer tournaments when fourth came out. I think they're terrible. I think they're overpriced. I think they, um, in a game where, and we learned this getting into the game early, but like third edition was built around I need to learn how to kill Nerve 17 defense 5 units efficiently. Being a Nerve 17 defense 5 unit is bad, where that is
Hmm.
still a list building philosophy for most people.
I'd
Um,
agree.
Speed seven's cool. Eric Trowbridge told me they're not like unplayable. Like they do stuff and good
No,
generals
yeah,
would.
for sure.
Um, Eric Trowbridge, when looking at a list full of spear wardens, said this army is where is it? Let's see.
He said they will kill easily anything slower than them, and anything faster than them is going to be hurt by phalanx.
Yep. So it's you can't kill me if I, but I'm unless I'm going to get to charge you first. So that's the idea is like middle alpha strike, I guess.
Yeah, the problem is they're not
You know,
reliably,
I see it. I see the thought behind it.
but they're
you know
not
Banshee in
reliably
the
killing
army.
that stuff.
It's not good.
I, I,
I don't care.
I think and it's one of the things I wrote down here. Like, I think if these came in a horde version,
Oh yeah.
I think they'd be phenomenal.
Oh my God.
Like,
Well,
I think it'd be
a heavy
great.
infantry horde that's speed 7 with Strider
Like
would be amazing no matter what.
a normal.
Like, yeah,
The thing that hurts
please
whole.
give me more of that with 30 attacks and phalanx. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, I said
they're
that
not
about
doing
warrior
point that
packs
up.
too in my write up. A warrior pack horde would be like actually stocks. Like that's
Right.
gonna go
And it's
crazy.
one of the things I think is like a big miss, like not miss. It's a hole within this whole army list of Xirkaali. Is the only like horde options you have are
Bold.
Yan Brotherhood and chakras,
Yeah.
right?
I,
Like that's it. Yeah, bald dudes. You can't take any of the actual like good stuff in a horde. In addition, that feels very much like
hordes are good.
efficient towards hordes.
Hordes are
In
good.
a way that like hordes are really good right now. You know what wins games is like like you said, everything's made to kill defense 5, nerve 17.
Hmm.
If you rock up with 25 nerve, I don't care what your defense is, like you got a good shot of living.
I
Well,
mean,
and
6 spear wardens loses to a couple of hordes. Like, there's nothing they can do. Like, even
yeah,
if you get them first charge, like it doesn't. Yeah, we can talk in circle. We've talked about spear wardens for a while.
Yeah,
I think they're easy to understand and not actually a good unit.
yep. I will, one more quick thought before we have one more core after this. I want to piggyback on Trenton's thought there. Unit strength 4 is worth a lot, and with the standardization of unit strength across units, uh,
Mm,
the only US4 this army can bring is either chakram hordes that are going to be sitting back and shooting. You don't really want them to be like pushing up for a mission like invade,
mm-hmm.
or a mission like push, or even like hold the
mhm.
line
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Uh, Meanwhile, your faster stuff you literally can't get in US4, and I think it
Yeah.
really hurts the army quite a bit. That they don't have an option for half of their army archetype doesn't have the option to put US4 out and play those missions that need you to have those high US units to get across the board.
Yeah, I agree. Right,
Yeah.
like a Yan Brotherhood horde has like 20, what is it, 24 nerve,
They're worthless.
23, I think.
but like their
They're
defense
bad.
3, and they also like the defense 3 you could survive and could be okay to deal with
24.
if they did anything back against what fought it, but they can't. Like they can't punish anything and charge it,
Well, they can't
so
be.
they just die. They just die in that grind. Yeah, they'll survive the first charge, but then they're just gonna die the next time
Well,
around.
that's where no Bane Chant hurts. You don't have a
I
spellcaster.
think, I think for 195 points, I think this is one of those like units that's more glaring about not being unit strength 3.
I'd agree. Like I think this is it's not something like we specifically talked about it, but once it was mentioned, like this is an army that is screaming to have some unit strength 3 regiments with the
Yeah.
prices you're paying for some of these things. Like these
We
guys and like the wild fangs that'll be coming up. Like I think they are
Planeswalkers.
crying out for unit strength 3.
Yep.
Lion snarls too.
Yeah, we agree. Sam, you want to go to the Planestalkers?
Yeah, let's do Planestalkers. Do we need to say anything beyond that they're bad?
Yeah.
Their troops or regiments or
Bad.
auxiliary. Hey, you know what you should do with them? You should glue them right next to that Prowl Master on your display board. Get that real good,
Yeah,
that good,
yeah.
that Gorilla Glue. Like put them right, shove them down right in there, and then leave them there
Like
forever.
they go together really well too. Like they have like the same sort of like aesthetic
Yeah, they'll
going
look really
on.
nice on your board.
Weird how that works.
The models I think are adorable with little hoods.
They're great.
I do like the models a
Great
lot.
models.
I
Yeah.
wish the unit were
Oh my
they're
gosh.
bad.
There's this
They're
idea.
Another
bad
unit
on.
that I forced myself to play with. I made a list as like genuinely tried to make a good list with these Planestalkers and played it against Trenton and got myself into situations that were literally ideal and perfect for Planestalkers. It was like halt shooting, followed by
Yeah,
like he comes in and I withdraw, like I feint withdraw and shoot him back. And like across the whole three regiments, I think I did like a couple wounds in a couple turns.
they were bad.
And they're horrible. They are so much,
It,
they're so bad on paper and they're still significantly disappointing in practice. They are like
that's what
unbelievably bad.
that
They
was
don't
my
have
description of
Strider.
these guys. Bad on paper, worse in practice.
They're so much worse.
They're
They're
terrible.
not good.
They're so
And
bad.
I
They
don't
don't have
even know.
Strider. They're terrible. They can't
Like
do
I,
anything.
I don't even know how you fix these guys, right? Like we
How
talked
do you
about that
fix a
so much.
speed
Like
7 unit shooting?
Yeah,
I don't know
Like,
what you do with these guys to make them better,
you affix them to your
other
trash
than
can and leave them there.
this is where, and I don't want to get into whole other discussions, but like this is where the removal of like steady aim from the game
yeah.
as a rule, I think really penalize these guys because this is a unit that's crying out to be able to have like that 18-inch range. It's fast, it has steady aim, so
And
you
if it,
can
yeah,
shift around the board and be sitting there and just plinking wounds into things. Then they've got to roll in this sort of meta and the way the game's shaking out and the changes to shooting, like these guys, like what are you doing? Like why are you bringing them?
Wait,
If
I
you want to
think they're
shoot, bring shotgun bullets.
if they could get a
Just
if they could
line
get like
up,
a special rule
lay
that
in.
gave them steady aim, that would be
yeah.
awesome. To
Well,
do like a little
yeah,
like
speed
pivot
7,
move,
if they're
pivot and
dancing
shoot.
around you and like doing the
They,
fun, like,
they essentially everything essentially has steady aim, right? Because you
yeah.
don't get worse for moving, but you get better if you don't move, and so it incentivizes all of your shooting to be static.
I think them not even like they have Pathfinder, not Strider, which they're Hermesions. I don't really understand how that like thematically works. But
It's
them not
for a
having like a
shooting
Thunderous
unit.
or something on like a base Thunderous instead is like
Yeah,
weird. They just like they can't be used. They're terrible. We can keep talking about it because I that game was miserable
Yeah,
to
they're
play.
awful.
they're bad.
Let's go on to specialists.
Let's do it.
Starting with
Do
the
you want to review the?
bald warrior. What'd you say?
Do you want to review the cores like as a concept, like for?
I think we kind of did a little bit just now. Talk about the no US4. They're
Yeah, you're right.
fast.
You know what? Nailed it.
I think they're interesting as a whole, right? And thematically, I like them a lot. But yeah, I think there are just some gaps
Yeah,
in the lineup.
yeah. But I do think the core has like decent internal balance as far as like I
Yeah,
could build some
Mhm.
cool stuff in different ways, and that's good.
we agree.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Specialists. Yan warrior monks. Their troops or regiments. Sam's nodding his head. Sam and
Straight
Trenton.
rock.
What do these guys do, and what's their value?
They
They
live.
ensnare.
Their thunderous charge succubi is the vibes with Iron Resolve. These guys
Yeah,
rock. I like them.
they're good. I like them a lot.
Yeah,
Um, I played. I haven't played any of these units myself. I played into them a bunch of times, so I have that perspective of these things. These guys were super annoying.
yeah,
Like their defense three, but that ensnare, like it hurts, and I end
yeah.
up stuck in this fight with these stupid monks
Hmm.
that I can't easily get out of.
Hmm.
But they win that grind. Like I charged Shobik into these things,
Yeah,
and Shobik lost that fight.
yeah.
My defense
Wait,
six giant monster lost the fight against some bald dudes that were punching him.
20 dice on threes, and if they can get the jump on you with that speed command, like they got
Yeah.
Thunder 1, 20 dice on threes, Thunder 1, like they can get into it.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Oh, yeah,
Every flavor,
they're a real
troop and
threat.
regiment. They're great.
That speed command is tailor made for these guys.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause you don't care about the couple wounds you put on them, but suddenly they're charging 14 inches across the board into something, and they're going to hurt.
It's true.
Yep.
Like 20 dice, 20 dice.
I'll add usually there is an edge to either troop or regiment for damage efficiency. Like one is better than the other. These are fully identical. So you get your points worth in either flavor. They ensnare and they run at stuff and they roll a bunch of dice. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
I think they're great. They don't fit. They don't synergize very well into a lot of lists.
Not at all.
So like the unit on paper is awesome. Getting the unit to work on the board with the rest of the army is a little bit more difficult, but I think that's for a later conversation.
There's a speed mismatch here that's pretty bad. Because if
Yeah.
you're running like a chakram style list, you don't need them. You want fast flanks, and if you're running a like alpha style list, then what does speed 5 have to do with alpha?
Yep.
All right, Wild Fangs, specialists, large infantry. They are, pardon me, troops or regiments.
Yeah.
What do they do?
You start, man. Go ahead.
Dude, I love
You play
Wild
loud.
Fangs. They're one of my personal favorite units in the army. Not necessarily, I think they're the personal best units in the army. I just like them. They are nimble. We would kind of considered them like they're good. They're all rounders. I called them the Warrior Pack's father. Kids are the Warrior Packs, but better. They're more expensive, obviously. They are fast, nimble. In troop form, they are fast, nimble chaff. In the regiment form, especially if you give them sharpness or strength, they're a legit kill threat onto like bigger stuff. 24 dice is 24 dice. 4s is swingy, but 24 dice on 4s, crush 2 with like brew of strength. That's gonna kill some stuff. It's
Crush 2 Thunder 1 if they get the command.
What?
Crush 2 Thunder 1 if they have strength and the command.
Yeah, or brutal if you don't need it if you're in a D4. Like there's some stuff. There's some play there.
Tear it up.
Nimble. It cannot be overstated how valuable nimble is.
So good.
Also not overstated is Wild Charge D3 on a speed 7 unit. Especially with the way that the speed is shaken out in a lot of popular games, like or a lot of like popular units. Is I think last edition was like you have speed 10 or you're just slow. Those are the two options. This edition, speed 8 is kind of like the vibe, especially with like how CAD is working and how much things got knocked down on speed. That Wild Charge D3, like making you respect the 17-inch like max on them because you can't leave them out. Is huge. Like that is a like that cannot also be overstated.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
Trenton,
These guys that they're almost we have werewolves at home. Like they're they have nimble, they got strider, they're there's 24 attacks on 4s, but like you said, like I mean 24 attacks on 4s, it's swingy. I don't want to. Is it always going to kill me? No. But there's a pretty good chance it will. Like I can't just sit there and say, "Yep,
yeah,
I'm going to take it." Like and like you said, like I like them with sharpness. I almost like them with strength more.
yeah.
Like I think that crush 2, mean that's scarier to me than the crush 1 hitting on 3s.
I love them. I think every list I've been making lately has had one with strength and one with sharpness. I think they're invaluable.
Yeah. And they have Strider like they can just hang out in the forest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll add one more before we move on.
What's that?
Sorry, I'll add one more thing before we move on about the troops, if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead.
They're good. They're we talked about like the being kind of miffed at the 140 point price tag for a warrior pack regiment. These are also 140 points for the troop, but they get that wild charge and they get the nimble. So like way more annoying as chaff if you have the extra points to pay for them. I think they're still pretty expensive, but the one of the best placing GT lists that we'll talk about later is using a couple of them, and I see why. Not bad.
I've played quite a bit of Nimble Chaff this edition between Snowvoxes and Thunderwolves. Nimble Chaff is a thorn in your opponent's side. It forces them to set up respectful battle lines. They can't box you in. They have to play a very cagey and clean battle line. You can catch that out quite a bit. So it cannot be. Yeah, cannot be
100%
overstated
agree.
how good that is.
Nimble chaff's super good. Like I didn't want to go talking orcs again, but yeah, tundra wolves they're amazing, and it's the same thing. Like it's
Northern
that
Alliance.
nimble chaff. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
you
but
have to respect it
Sam,
because you don't. Nobody wants to be charged by stupid tundra wolves. Nobody wants to be charged by a wild fang
you don't want to
troop.
fight Thunderwolves. You don't want to fight Wild Fangs.
Miserable.
Sam, as a point of order, in orcs, as a reminder, Thunderwolves are chaffing for Thonar Green Raged hordes. In Northern Alliance, they're chaffing for like some dudes with sticks. So, moving on to the next unit in the army, Lion Snarl Cavalry. They are only available in regiments. They are a large cav. What do they do?
Hammer.
Kill.
Murder.
Hammer.
Hammed nerd.
They murder
Male.
whatever they touch. Realistically, they do. They 20 attacks on threes, crush 2, thunder 1,
One Thunder 2.
crush 1, thunder 2, whatever. Either way.
Yep.
Realistically, they're gonna have Strider because you were a smart player and you brought the Beastmaster
Or J
to
Boots.
give him Strider. Or
J
J
Boots.
Boots.
J Boo.
Jaboo.
Yeah, these things are great. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of the best hammer units in the game right now. They're fast. They are efficient. They're expensive. They're pricey, but they back it up. Like they bring exactly what it says on the tin. Like they go kill. I think you're taking one in every list. Realistically, if you can fit more, take more.
I'll disagree with that.
Okay.
I think because we were just talking about Wild Things too. I agree with you. In a game where the amount of dice you roll is a lot more important this edition than last edition, with the restrictions to charging, I think 20 dice is amazing, especially with how reliable they are. I think one with J Boots is worth every penny, and I don't think I ever take any more. I think I always end up with the two Wild Things I was talking about earlier instead for extra hammers. I think paying for a Beastmaster makes me angry. A speed 5 little like bald guy that's like running to catch up with these lions makes me like feel cheated,
Fair.
and I don't like it.
It's also
That's fair. Speed 9.
Yeah,
Speed 9, man. Like
yeah. Talking about speed differences, speed 9 is supreme right now.
The threat projection that you have.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just like I don't know. It's so much.
Sam,
Like
what you got?
playing against them, it's just like I'm gonna get charged by these.
Yeah,
What's getting charged?
yeah.
they're very imposing.
Here's a thought though. Large cav bases are way harder to use than large infantry bases, which the Wild Things
Especially
are.
if they're not
Agreed.
nimble. Especially if they're not nimble.
They're not nimble. I have played
Agreed.
not a ton. Actually, Lions are one of my lesser used units in the army. In part because whenever I play them, I find that I have a really hard time. And then once again, this is, I'm telling on myself. It's a skill issue to some extent. You have to big brain them a little bit. They are hard to put where you want them.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like everyone looks at the stat line and thinks that these are just throw them at your opponent and win, and they're very much not.
They're good though.
Right? Like they're good. They dish out a lot of wounds. They are quite resilient in the clapback as well, because I believe they're nerve 18 and defense 5.
Yeah,
sounds right.
Which is pretty beefy. Like it takes some chewing to get through them. And that's assuming you survived the initial charge, right? But they do require some thought going into them. They do need, I mean, as fast as they are, they still, everything needs a little bit of chaff to try to get it to where you're trying to get it, because things like tundra wolves exist. Nobody wants their lion storms getting charged by tundra wolves, is then they're going to murder the tundra wolves, but now whatever was behind them is also up on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. They can be tough to use. I think most cav falls into that category, especially anything with a large amount of their like wound profile was with Thunderous, because you have to be very one, you have to avoid terrain unless you have Strider, but also you have to be very sure that you need that one hit kill because you don't
Yeah.
win the grind.
Yeah, these games, so like these Lion Snarl games and like a lot of the cab games can just fall apart if you like bounce
Mhm.
on shouldn't have. Um,
Oh yeah, they're if you roll snakes on one of them, the whole thing
Dude,
collapsed.
Sam and I played a game of Kings before recording this, and I snaked a unit with Lion Snarl, not Lion Snarl, with a Frostfang Cav. The same idea, like large Cav base.
Yeah.
Snaked the unit, and that like lost me a flank, which ended up not fully losing me the game, but definitely hurt me. That like large Cav bouncing on a unit, especially like a bad snakes, gets hurt so much worse than
Mm-hmm.
uh,
I've been there.
other like your other units. It's
I
so
get
hard to recover from.
Hellstrikers, baby. Whew, break your
Lion
heart.
Snarl are very shiny. I understand the idea. I like one with J boots. I don't like anymore. Let's make fun of that short bow option for a second, if you don't mind.
Why?
What the hell?
What
What are we
psychopath is taking that?
doing? Would you like to remove the part of the unit that's good
Uh,
for shooting?
there
Have some
was
shitty range shooting.
there was discussion at the barbecue amongst a couple of Kings players. I'm not going to out them. So at Bug Eater, they do a big barbecue every year. If you are a Kings of War player and you have not gone to Bug Eater, it's a great time. The Omaha crew was awesome. Shout out to
True.
Adam Ballard and Travis Tim and all those guys for running that. Billy for hosting the barbecue.
Really?
Great dudes. Those guys rocked. Uh, but there was some talk at that barbecue after a Saturday of playing Kings about making the bow Lion Snarl work. And I will say now what I said then. Why? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What we go from a really good like hitting unit to a bad hitting unit and a bad shooting unit. It's terrible. It's a trap. It is not worth it.
Oh, I don't want to breathe life into that. Is the vicious for the unit? Is it specified to combat, or if they took the
Yes,
bow, would
it is
they get
specified to
vicious
combat.
You don't get vicious on them. Like
You don't
no,
even
I
get
mean
vicious on the shooting.
that's my opinion of most of the fast units that could take like the short bow upgrade.
Mhm.
It's just why.
What are we
Yeah.
doing?
What
Yeah.
is it doing?
Um,
So the specialists in the army are awesome. I think they also nailed the internal balance on the specialist role as well. Like
I,
you, ooh, well, I think so because
monks,
I think all of them are good.
monks.
So that's my
I
thought.
think the monks
I,
are a
Go ahead.
bad match with the
I
army.
agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think they're the best part of the army. Like I think their balance is great. I think thematically they're good. I, I like them a
I'm
lot.
I'm surprised Lion Snarl are specialists.
Uh, I agree with the idea that they're all good. It's
Yeah,
the internal balance is hard because finding a way to use the End Warrior monks well, I think is hard. I think they're
they
just a
don't
weird
fit.
speed
I,
I don't think
match.
they fit the army. I don't know
I,
if it's a specialist problem. I don't think they fit the army very well. If that makes
I don't
sense.
even
Yeah,
know about that. Like the few games where I've encountered the Yen Warrior monks, I've liked them in every game.
True. Maybe we just need to put
Like
more in.
I said, I've only played against them, and like they're tough. They're
Yeah,
tough to deal with.
the
They're an
160.
odd wrinkle in this army,
Maybe
yeah.
we just need to be
and
more. And yeah, I guess saying internal balance is good when there's three specialists and we're kind of on the fence on one is not a.
no, I think it's good. Like I think they nailed this part of the army.
But that's
Like
better than
these
okay.
things all they're good. They're good
Yeah,
units. Like I like them all. I want to take them. I get what they're supposed to be
mm,
doing. Um,
They're better than core.
they're better
yeah.
than the core. I think the core is what is let down the most in this army.
That are the champions. But it's also worth noting.
The hand lieutenants still exist.
They're well internally balanced is 2/3 of their specialists. There are a lot of armies that have like a good specialist option, or like
Yeah,
2 out of 10. They have 2 out of 3 is pretty good. It's a smaller range. It's the newest army. It's a small range. They got 2 out of 3
Yeah.
I think spot on, and then one that I think is good on its own, good in a vacuum, but bad. Not even bad, but weaker
we
within the
might just
overall
play more.
context of the army.
Yeah, we
Do
played a good
the
amount with
do the
Xirkaali.
monks have wild charge?
No,
No,
they have the speed command, but
I
no.
I think if they got wild charge,
Wild charge
That'd be
with that
way-
speed command would be nuts. And they're just like freaking.
Dude,
That would
fly.
be. I think Wild Charge would be really good on.
There's like Forrest
Like,
Gump style running that.
I get that you can use the command, but that means you're not giving the command to something else.
You're like
Right?
a
If you
know
put
Doctor
Wild
Strange
Charge on him,
running on the little magic stripes. Be like that. My bad. Sorry, go ahead, Jen.
Like-
What were you saying?
it would also fit the like they are that berserker profile, largely, and it fits in with that. I think it is interesting they don't have Wild Charge, which I assume it is because of the command. Is why they didn't get it, but I think that would help them a bit.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
I love it.
Let's do sports. Sports are, I think, the weird part of this army, as we're going to see. I think there's three support units that are weird, and then 2 war engines, and that's your supports.
I love it.
So let's get started
Love it.
with not
Mute
the
him.
best unit in the army,
Mute him.
but the coolest.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to be kind and not mute Trenton for this part of the army review.
Let him talk
Trenton,
first and
know
get
that
out
I'm
of the way.
doing this out of the kindness of my heart. We will begin with, and because you're my friend and I care about you, we're beginning with the Witch Cage. He's a support monster. Trenton, poop on the witch cage, and then Sam and I are going to say nice things about it.
Yeah.
so okay,
What's it do?
and this may very well be because my perspective of this army is having played a number of games against it
Mhm.
and not run it myself, and so I have a different perspective on this, right? This unit. So what this unit does is it has the ability to turn off magic items.
One.
Turn off
Yeah,
one magic
one for
item within what 12 inches
18.
or 18?
18 on
18.
turning off
18.
the magic. Oh, 12 on the magic, 18 on the spell steal. Yeah,
12.
12.
18 within 18 inches, it can take a spell from one of your spellcasters and cast it itself. So it is an interesting unit. Like I will give them full props for that. This is a very interesting unit. It has very neat mechanics we don't see anywhere else in the game.
Mhm.
It does cool things. I think it is a trap to take this thing because there is a non-zero chance that it does nothing in the game.
They're all. It's going to do something.
Let him finish his
Sorry,
thing and we
sorry,
can
sorry,
talk
sorry,
about it. It's fine.
Right?
Go
Like,
ahead.
okay. So I have seen this thing. Okay, so I played against this thing where, I'm playing Empire of Dust into it, right? And I'm taking the Tome of Darkness because I want cheap Surge. Right? And it just turned off my Surge the entire game. It was super
That was
annoying.
me. I was turning off your surge the whole game.
But it wasn't like, did it win you the game? No.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, you played EOD, so it's like not like
I might have won that game. Right? Like it is interesting. I don't. What's the price on it?
130. Cheap.
That's a Yan Lieutenant. That's a Yan Lieutenant.
Cheap. You only take 2.
Sam.
Take another fucking regiment.
God.
All right.
It's-
I'm muting Trenton.
They're very different.
Us now. We got to get
things on
into.
this, so.
Let's do it.
All right. I unmuted you, Trenton. I was doing a bit. I'm sorry. So we're Witch Cage. All
How
right.
long was I muted?
Trenton did it like 5 seconds, if you even that. Trenton covered it well. It can turn off a magic item within 12. It can use an enemy spell within an 18. The enemy can still cast
Are
that
those
spell
mutual
themselves.
exclusive,
No,
or
they can do both.
they can do both?
Both.
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I've had games where I have simultaneously turned off Brew of Sharpness and cast Bane Chant on a unit at the same time. That is like game winning. That is
For
unbelievable.
130 points.
I've turned off J Boots before on Cav. I have cast
Fire
Scorched
Talisman.
Earth before with it. Scorched Earth 4 because you get the dice. The other thing has like up to 5.
Scorched Earth 3.
The ceiling of the unit is legitimately game winning. The floor is 130 points of Speed 7 Fast Chaff.
Or Speed 7, or Unit Strength 2 that's fast, or a Token Carrier.
So that is the absolute floor. Is that it is 130 points, which we've already established in this army. you're realistically paying 110 anyway for your fast chaff. So why not pay 20 extra points for one of those units and make it something that could potentially win you the
Yeah,
game?
Yeah,
I
turning off
mean,
Inspiring Talisman on a mage,
I've done that. Feels really
big
good.
deal.
Turning off Tome of
Big
Darkness
deal.
on Trenton's EOD search caster.
Gosh.
yeah,
I will agree with Sam. If you think about the Witch Cage in terms of the floor it offers, so if you think about the Witch Cage in terms of if it didn't have either of those cool special rules, which is like one of the best design writing I've seen in a Mantic game so far. If you ignore those two special rules for 130 points, it is a small base that can go run at things and die, or a small base that can go score things, or a small base that can go hold things. That's fast in every category. It's fantastic. And then the ceiling is not only good, but like incredibly memorable as far as like cool moments in Kings games that make for like insane things that happened. One of these is should be in every single Xirkaali list just for the experience of having it. I think it's a like a quintessential piece of the army and what makes it so special and weird and unique. Any more than that, and you're being a lunatic. And I appreciate whatever it is you think is going to happen, but not zero, not two,
Yeah.
exactly one witch cage every single game.
I think it's worth noting, Sam, you said this really well. The three of us are all like tournament players. We play for fun. Like Sam and I intentionally brought bad lists tonight to try some stuff out.
Mhm.
And we play a lot of kings. But like, if you are someone who wants to have like cool narrative moments and wants to just like have fun with your friends and like you aren't like you maybe you should go to tournaments because tournaments have room for all kinds of players like narrative players and like really
Yeah.
like sweaty serious players like there's a home for all of everyone at tournaments. But if you are like I'm more of a casual player, I want to have fun. There is not a more fun unit in the game to use than the Witch Cage. It is so fun as a tech piece to like run around, and I know it can be frustrating to play against. Trent, that may
yeah.
be where you're going.
That's what I was gonna say, and I think that might be my biggest thing here is my being on the other side of it and why I have such a bad opinion of it. Like the
Mhm.
things you're saying, and especially when I look at the other support units here, like it makes sense to take, and it does help you deal with the I don't have any spell casting in this army a little bit,
Mhm.
and it is fun. Like it is a fun rule. Um, it is sometimes a feels bad mechanic where I don't get the like I designed this list and I gave these things these items for particular reasons, and now I don't
Mhm.
get to do the cool thing I wanted to do. Um, so it can have that little bit of a feels bad to it. I certainly don't think it's an oppressive sort of unit at
Yeah.
all. Like I said, like I laughed my way through the whole game where I had a cursed high priest that essentially couldn't
That
do
game was
anything
awesome.
because literally the only thing he had was the Tome of Darkness, and you're just like, I'm turning it off again. It's like, God damn it.
Get it out of here. I
Right?
think
Like,
even
yeah,
without the item turn off spell, I would still take one every game.
yeah, I can get behind it.
I think
Like
even
the
without the feels bad part, I think it's still worth it every time.
yeah, and even in
Just
like
having a spell.
it's probably over exaggerating the feels bad. Like it's not. It's certainly not as punishing as like other games that I played with mechanics
Yeah.
that turn off a thing you want to do. Like having your J boots turned off is like okay, like that's good play. That's a real good play there. You did.
Real fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, let's get into Shao Quan then. I think we could
Man,
talk about Witch Cage all night because we have like
we should talk about which kid last. I'm
our community
exhausted.
has talked about Witch Cage for like 100 hours in
Beautiful.
Discord.
It's a beautiful
I've come
thing.
around on Witch Cage.
Uh,
Also, more specifically, I know. Sorry,
yeah.
Witch Cage is. We'll keep talking about it. You can meet me after this. Specifically, taking a Witch Cage to a tournament is the best way to do it because you're playing against you're going to be playing against a bunch of different armies. If you know that like every week you play against a guy that's going to not take items and not take spells or vice versa, you know that like this guy's going to load up on 140 items and a bunch of spells. And I'm going to be able to like abuse the shit out of him with this. Like if it's like the weekly Monday game and you know how it's gonna go, it's not gonna be as fun. But at a
Yeah,
tournament where it's like here's the slot machine of like whatever my witch cage is gonna do this game is so fun. We did
that's
it.
because you're a
Sam brought it.
degenerate gambler.
Yeah. What about it? Sam brought it to a GT, and we had so much fun the whole weekend being like, what can we do this game?
Yeah. You look at the enemy
Yeah,
list, and the
I get
first
it.
thing you think is, where are the items? What spells can I cast?
So fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
basically, everyone's bringing Bane Chant. It's like I feel like almost every army I play against has a Bane Chant caster,
I can't turn off my Bane Chant, and
but I can use
Yeah, I
Bane
do.
Chant, which is so good.
so I don't have it.
All right, Punch Monkey.
All right, Punch Monkey,
Punch
Xiao
Monkey.
Quan,
Yeah.
Donkey Kong, Punch Monkey, Punch Ape. This is the only unit in the army that I think I've not played with.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I jump in here and talk
yeah,
about Punch
you
Monkey?
two talk about Punch Monkey.
Monkey.
All right. So when we set out to do this review, went through and talked about these things, and like I had written down. Honestly, I don't think he's really good, and it makes me sad because Kung Fu Ape is amazing. And then I
Yeah.
played a game against Punch Monkey. Punch Monkey is amazing. Like
Yeah, Punch Monkey
this
rocks.
unit is this unit is pure joy. It's amazing. It is a gorilla that does kung fu. I don't know how to better sell this to you. But on
Yeah.
the board, it was super annoying to play against. Like it was a very useful piece. He's on a pretty small base, square base.
Mhm.
He can get around. He is relatively efficient into a lot of different types of units. So like his whole thing is he gets what is it, X plus 5
Yep.
attacks, where X is the defense of the unit that he's fighting. So the
Yeah.
more defense you have, the more attacks he gets.
Yes.
Right? And so he's best at a defense 4 and 5 if we want to dig into the math and everything.
He's sorry.
He's most
He is
efficient
the
at
best at defense 5, and he gets worse going either way.
either side. Like he's interesting, and he's pretty cheap, and he doesn't cost
Yeah.
a whole lot. And you
140.
know, a lot of things that we said about the Witch Cage too. He's on a small base. He fits places. He can go hold something up. He can dish out some damage to it. Can carry tokens. Can hold objectives. Like, I think
Could be
it's
a
a
really
useful. You know, he can hold tokens. I think it's a thing that like I slept on for a long time, thinking this thing was just silly, and I think it's worthwhile to at least put on the table and try out. And like I said, at the end of it, like we play these things to have fun. He's Punch Monkey.
So fun.
It's fun. It was fun to get
Dude.
punched by Punch Monkey.
Dude.
I was cheering for him.
I was the Punch Monkey user. I had 2 of them. And by the end, both of us were like, this guy rocks. Like, we love him. One of them was running around the map, just swinging at anything he could find. And the other was, like, dancing circles around a regiment of Sandborn Worm Riders. Like, one was just, like, dancing in circles like this, and the other was, like on site to anything that it saw. And both options were so fun.
I came in like turn 4 of that game. I remember asking, I was like, what is that? What is that Xiao Guan doing over there with the Worm Riders? And they're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry. He's doing a thing. He's doing a bit.
We were both laughing the whole time. He's so fun.
He did it the whole game. He did it the whole game. Like, it was, he's enough attacks, and, like, so against the worms, he's 9 attacks.
Yeah.
And he's most efficient against the worms. And he doubles and triples his attacks and flanks and rears. So I have to keep respecting this thing and turning around and looking at it. And it's on a square base. And move, what is it, speed 7?
6.
6. Speed 6, either way. I mean, it's not slow. It's cheap.
It's cheap.
And it's like I have to sit here and like I have my 260-point unit standing there staring at this stupid.
Trying to stare.
Yeah, I have to keep turning around and stare at the stupid ape because if I don't, I'll probably die.
It does bear mentioning. Defense 4, nerf 16. To give that the retaliate keyword is like horrible. Or special ability is horrible. And you are paying for that. Like, in some way, Mantic is valuing retaliate. But retaliate is so clearly a rule. And if you have heard much King's commentary about retaliate, I think a lot of the community agrees with this. I think one of the designers might have actually confirmed this, but it was changed. It clearly was changed late in the design of 4th. Retaliate, if you don't know what it does, if you have 2 units engaged with you, enemy units at the start of your turn, you get an additional crush 1. But if you're defense 4 nerf 16 and 2 things have charged you, unless it's 2 critters, like you are dead. So you will
Unless you're
never get to use retaliate unless you're fighting garbage. But the garbage that double charges you and doesn't kill you is probably does not care that you get an extra crush. Like, oh no, my
Maybe
defense 2 snow fox.
Anyway.
maybe once in a while someone will go light on wounds and then they'll roll really bad nerve.
Yeah, but that's like you can't, and you're paying for that. In some
Yeah,
way,
you're paying
for
it.
that.
Like it's a really bad rule in this edition right now. That it desperately needs to be addressed because if you look across the board, I don't think there's any unit above defense 4 that actually has the retaliate.
Hearthguard and Northern Alliance.
Hearthguard have it?
They're nerf 17, I want to say.
Okay, we're doing a army review for.
Sorry.
I know, but it matters for the Shao Quan that like.
Yeah, the retaliate sucks, but like.
Yeah, it sucks, and you're paying for it. Like I get it. Like that's the part that sucks. You're paying for it, and it's not useful.
What doesn't suck for Shao Quan is there's no bracket on it. You can take 4 of them in a battalion. And man, he's a good time. Once you've hit your 1 witch cage tags, you can take 3 more monkeys to run around and do stuff.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
You want to talk about pure fun? Is 1 witch cage and 3 Shao Quans in a list? You are having fun that game. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it's good.
I agree.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, you know what is bracketed too and is not fun is the Goklu. And this is going to be a contentious point. It actually came up again with the Omaha Folks Falls and Bug Eater. Shout out to Adam Ballard. I think that's good. I understand the reasoning. What does the Goklu do? Goklu? I think it's Goklu. I don't know. What does it do and what's its value?
It's a dragon that doesn't fly.
It's a piece of shit.
Like it needs to go hunt flanks. So realistically, it's a flanker. It's fast, right? And it's self-inspired. So it's meant to go off on adventures and go hunt down things and try to find very like advantageous flanks or rears on things. In practice, it's just not very good. Like it doesn't
have Strider.
It doesn't have Strider. Doesn't have Pathfinder. Doesn't fly.
It does have Pathfinder.
It does have Pathfinder.
Oh, it does have Pathfinder?
It has Pathfinder. Does not have Strider.
It doesn't have Strider. It doesn't fly. Like it can't get around to really go threaten those flanks like you need it to.
Also, hey, what's up with this anti-synergy? It has inspiring self, so it's supposed to go off on adventures and do its own thing, but then it also rallies.
Yeah.
Why?
So it can rally the other Goklu it's with.
That is
for 255 points.
510-point flank that will lose.
Yeah, it's a 500-point flank with 20 total attacks.
The 10 attacks is real painful.
And okay, I think I played with Goklus twice. Sam's played with Goklus as well. It's not like looking at it and being like angry at it. Like I've tried the unit is bad. This is the first time we're posting something where we like share strong opinions, and I can already hear Adam, like, matter of factly be like, "You're allowed to be wrong for this." So hi, Adam.
Bold of you to think Adam is watching our video.
We do like Adam. Adam's a great guy.
Adam's the best. Adam hosted me for Buggy. That dude rocks.
It is missing all the So I'll add a trend here. The things that make these like cool speed 10 units work is there's like a bunch of different paths through to make like a cool square base unit be a threat. One of them is being a monster, which is not. So it's like smaller to go places, like a Knucker, right? Or nimble like a Knucker, which is also good. Or Strider like a Knucker, which is also good. Or stealthy like a Knucker, which is also good. Or 175 points like a Knucker, which is also good. I didn't expect to have that many things that the Knucker did differently, but it doesn't fly, which is a thing that dragons can brag about. It doesn't have a breath attack, which is a thing that's mildly useful sometimes. It doesn't inspire itself. It doesn't give commands like a lot of dragons can now, since they're like warlords, right? It's horrible. It doesn't do anything except move really fast through a forest. And still be like, it's not a defense 6 guy. It's not. I don't know. I don't understand it. I've just decided that Knuckers are 3 times better by talking about it. I can't understand.
Uh,
255 points is insane.
I think
Yeah,
I think.
like
Oh, go ahead, Trenton.
go ahead. No, I was gonna say, like, I know, and again, I'm gonna go back to orcs again because I think it's a good comparison here. Let's talk about the orc dragon. It's 285 points. It's 30 more points. For that
Yeah,
30 points, it actually properly inspires. It gets 12 attacks, and it flies,
and it gives commands.
and it gives commands.
That's worth
I
much
still
more than
don't
30
think
points.
that dragon is a good unit. I think it's okay.
Yeah,
I think it's the best as far as dragons go in the game. But I don't even think it's great. Like this thing
Yeah.
is worse in every metric.
fly is horribly important for a unit like this.
Yeah.
For that Titan base.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get away without fly with a 50 mil, but the Titan base and not having fly and not having nimble is like
Hey, what would win in a fight? 510 points of Goklus, or 2 Snow Fox units. Right? Like it.
Not one scavenger.
Goklus aren't guaranteed to win the chaff off.
No.
Like
correct.
legitimately, like I realize I just called
10
them chaff
attacks
because
is
they're in the
game.
chaff off, but like they're 10 dice on threes. Like sometimes you just don't kill critters.
And they don't have Strider. I'll keep harping on it because like the rest of the army has Strider for the most part.
Yeah, but you can put
Yeah.
a
I
The
don't,
dice on
Beastmaster
threes
with
that
it.
could just like easily go to fours is I mean I played against I've used them a few times. I played against Rob a few nights ago and I had both of my Goklus charging and it was like 6 total hits. It's like, oh, why are you face charging? It's like because the rest of the army, like it's hard to position to get
because
these
you
things
can't
in
get
places
them
where it
anywhere
works.
else. They can't hop a line
Yeah.
and get behind it. Like they have to go around. And the way, especially in our
Adam's gonna tell us we're bad now because of this, and I just
well, no, I mean, I think this is a good point to bring up about like Adam talked about, and we had a whole discussion about like the whole denied flank and deploying to the whole board or not. And as
yeah
a community, our community tends to deploy across the whole board. We're going full width.
yeah
A lot of people are, and I think fourth edition is leading towards that because you are bringing a lot more horns and things like that.
yeah
So you're deploying across the whole board. And when you do that with these got clues, there is nowhere with that 75 mil base to get around the flanks. You have to fight through a flank, and they can't do it.
yeah. That's really well said.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think there's nothing else to say other than they're bad.
So bad.
I will say
Taking
okay, one more quick thought on them though. And Omaha for Bug Eater is my most. It's on my mind freshly because my most recent out of region event, and people came from all over. The Texas crew was there. The Minnesota crew was there. People came from Colorado. People came from Ohio. Obviously, like so you got a bunch of different metas. Consistently, the Columbus guys, myself and Kyle Poole, were deploying wider than everybody else there. Even like Sean Troy, who won overall, brought a bunch of rat hordes, and he actually deployed fairly tight around like a shooting battery, with like I think he had like 6 hordes, maybe 7 hordes in his list. Matt Carmack, who brought a bunch of rat hordes, he deployed pretty wide, but he had a bunch of wretches. But
we had no
so
choice.
uh, that's where I think Gaklus get more value if your local play group is deploying on like half of the board. Because yeah, you can run that Titan base up and look at their flank. But if someone plays like a sagged back, what we call a poverty flank, or you like I know we think poverty flanks are bad in our community, but like Gaklus actually kind of lose to a poverty flank. Like
Just like one the Eric Trowbridge like troop of Brock's.
yeah,
Well,
it just
Yeah,
loses to that.
where my emotional
yeah,
support legionary regiment goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
it
So
loses.
It'd be a nightmare for him. Yeah.
I think you could
Yeah,
drop Gaklus 30
I,
points, and I'm still not taking them. I think at
I
225, I'm still
agree.
not taking them.
Have you guys
I
looked at
agree.
the Bound Void Lurker for Twilight Kin?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
25 points cheaper.
Yeah.
I look at this thing and the undead flying worm from EOD seems like a better value.
Yeah. We agree.
It flies.
Uh,
Not jump the gun there. It's good. It's fine.
It's cheap.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
185
Rough.
points.
Get to the, what do we
Let's
got
do
left?
let's do our war engines together because
War engines.
I think they're easier to kind of discuss together because they're two different flavors of the same thing. So with we have the Hawathaka and the Khan Bukan mortar. They're war engines, they're guns. The big difference between them, I'll just kind of give this and then we can talk about them. Hawathaka has 4 attacks. They're Blast D3 when they hit. The Khan Bukan mortar has 2 attacks. They're Blast D3 plus 2. The Hawathaka has Shattering D3, and the Khan Bukan mortar has Pierce 2 and Vicious. So,
Yep. Wafka's Pierce 1.
Yeah, Hawathaka's Pierce 1. So what are our thoughts? They're both 48 inch. They're war machines, but just different flavors of war machine.
The Hawathka is not indirect, correct?
They're both indirect.
They're in
They are both indirect?
Yes.
Okay.
They're just
I think
different
the
flavors of the
mortar's
same
great.
thing.
I don't know why you take. I don't. And I thought this in a game I played against you, Sam, where you ran Hawathka. I don't know why you take it. I'm not sure I get it. Like the mortar just feels better in every way.
I'll make a compelling argument for the Huathica and then say why it's the worst one. You get 4 dice, so it's stable. 2 dice on 5s is asking for trouble, even with the elite aura. That shouldn't be there. But you get shattering. So, like, my argument for a Huathica is only if you already have 2 Conbicons and you're not doing a second battalion. And then you get that shattering somewhere to throw on. It's consistent shattering, so you throw it on. It's pretty cool. But then again, the first 2 war engines you should take should be the Conbicon mortar. I think it is the best war engine in the game. I think it's D3 plus 2 on indirect with Pierce 2 and Vicious.
It's
Man,
a 6 shoot.
yeah, so it goes to
So
5s.
you're,
There's
yeah,
an
you're hitting
argument
on
for
5s. Realistically,
yeah,
you're hitting on 5 because
Yeah.
it's reload.
yeah. But the
Yeah.
only other, like, it is up there with the dwarf and like Basilia,
The
that
only thing
cannon
I'd say
profile that's
that I think is
everywhere
better is that cannon profile, but it doesn't.
with the grape
Cannons don't
shot.
have indirect, but yeah,
Yeah. It's they're phenomenal.
I think
And
they're
I
great.
want to talk about it now since we're already there, but like Trenton mentioned this earlier, you don't necessarily want the Siege Master babysitting them, but turn 1, if the Siege Master deploys next to them and stays within 6 for 1 turn before it like kind of lags up and catches up with the rest of the Chakram battery, you get elite for turn 1 and probably turn 2 if you're like hanging out. Man, they are violent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah. War engines are war engines, right?
Sam hates them.
No, they're fine. I think they're frustrating to play against. Indirect war
Yeah.
engines frustrate me.
Yeah.
These are fine. The height 2 is nice on these because it means that like there's some counterplay. You can hide behind stuff. They're not Commodons. But yeah, they're good. I think the Combicon mortar. I will say the hard part of it. I think it's better generally. It is swinging because 2 dice. Like you're
Yep.
more likely to just like whiff,
Yeah.
and that's hard. But
Yep.
But yeah, I think they both have their roles, but Comic Con is generally better. Although I will say, Huathica is slightly better points per wound.
No.
According to Math Hammer. I just looked at the Math Hammer.
No, they don't put them in right. I already did this.
Is it broken to Math Hammer?
Yeah.
What's the.
On D5, Conbicon is 45.8, and the Huathica is like 59.
I thought it looked wrong that the Comic Con was less effective. Is it a blast D3 plus 2 got messed up, do you think?
A bunch of it gets messed up.
Yes, and
It
then
doesn't.
Math Hammer like
The
freaks
new one
out.
does not work. The Conbicon is like significantly more
That's what
efficient.
I thought. I thought we had done the math on it, but then Math Hammer just confused me. So ignore my last comment. It's more
I should-
efficient.
I should not have those numbers in my head. That was, yeah. So let's see. I'll say it and then we can keep track. But the Conbicon mortar on defense 5 is 45.8 points per wound. And then the Huathica, is it just blast D3, no vicious or anything?
Yeah.
Is that's terrible. That cannot be right. That's awful. That's so much worse than I thought. 71.25?
Yeah, sounds right.
Is it really? That's
Yeah.
terrible. E3, Pierce 1. That's awful. I was way more right than I thought. Con Mortar is amazing. Trust it. Live for the
Yeah,
swing. It's a war
it's good.
engine. Do whatever you want.
I did in one turn in one of our games I played with them. I think I did like 8 wounds between the two of them, which doesn't sound like a lot, but like that matters a ton.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, so
that's the support slots are awesome. They're so fun.
yeah,
Uh,
uh, let's let's talk conclusions about the army before we get into the kind of highest placing GT lists.
yeah.
How good do we think the army is within the game, particularly compared to other armies?
Mm. Well played. Well said, Trent. You guys want to move on?
It's like lower mid tier. Like it's not
Yeah.
terrible. There's certainly worse armies in the game right now, but I think you'll struggle to put together a really good list with this. I think there's some fun to be had with the army playing it. Like I don't think it's miserable, but yeah, it struggles. I think there's
Far
some.
from miserable.
What's that?
It's far from miserable. The
Yeah,
army is a blast to
It's
play.
fun.
yeah. I think there's some
Yeah.
just like we've talked. It's a new range, and I think they just have some misses in like the sort of archetypes that you need to really have a fully functioning
Yep,
Yeah.
army that can
we agree. Uh,
be at a high level.
I think it's hard. They have two distinct styles. I think they have a pure alpha style, which is bad but really fun, and they have like guns, which is I actually think really good with the right list. Once again, as I said, good enough that if I had time to paint it, it would be my master's list. But a little bit boring to play because gunline is just a little bit of sit and shoot. It's a little bit more track because you're 12 inch, but you have
Yeah.
to build a very specific list. The internal balance for what is good in this army, I think, is not amazing. I think there are two distinct styles with their own internal balance. It's like, do you want everything to be bad or do you want one thing to be good? And that's kind of your internal balance choices. But I think it's one of the most pure fun armies in the game.
Yeah.
It's one of those like you're gonna have a grin on your face the whole time you're playing Xirkaali.
It's a really good time. There's so many units, even with the regiments, there's so many units where you're just chucking dice. Like the Lion Snarl roll a small amount of dice compared to Wild Fangs, and they're already rolling 20 and then 24, and like you Chakrams are 25. Like you're rolling dice, and
Mhm.
that makes it a good game, right?
Whenever I get my
Uh,
shots off with 3 Chakram hordes, I try to roll them all together if I can, as long as there's no cover, because I get to roll 75 dice. I'm just like,
uh, yeah, I'll agree. I agree with both of you. I think Melee Xirkali is fun. And the people that are getting placements out of it, I think, are getting placements because they're really good at Kings of War, and not so much because, like, especially we'll talk about it later, but like Spear Wardens, I don't believe in it. I think a Chakram Horde list is a Masters level list. The three of us never having been to Masters, but like I've been playing Kings a lot the last year. Like we're all new to the scene compared to a lot of the people that are playing, and we've gotten some decent results, and uh, you know, are like kind of qualified to talk about it. I think.
well, I think I want to like clarify what you just
Yeah.
said. Is like, uh, I think the three of us represent like, in a lot of ways, like the newer community of Kings.
Yeah.
Kings is a bit of a split community, not in a bad way, but just like in terms of like how long people have been
No.
around. You have the Warhammer Fantasy refugees who came over when Warhammer Fantasy ended, uh,
Mhm.
and then kind of like people who are in that similar era. And then you do have, albeit the smaller group, but a bit of a new guard of players that didn't come from Warhammer Fantasy Battle, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
me and Trenton's case are like fairly new to wargaming, generally speaking, but
Yeah.
have done well at tournaments. The two of you placed first and second in the last GT in Ohio. Um, right, I've top tabled final round of a GT before. We're fine players. Trenton would, if his schedule had worked out, I think Trenton would be a Masters this year. It just like didn't work out.
Sam is going to Masters this year, so yeah.
Sam and I are both going to Masters
Yeah,
this
you're both
year.
going.
So
Yeah.
like we are, I think, a newer kind of like group of players. So I want to say that we're not qualified as much as I think I would say that like we do tend to have different opinions sometimes than like the older guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I do think the comment you made that like the melee build doing well is a testament to those players. John Green, who got 6th, the list we're going to talk about in a second, at Bug
Yeah.
Eater, which is a really stacked 40-person tournament. I read that and I'm like, wow, he's really good.
John Green must be
He
awesome.
must be
Yeah.
amazing.
That list looks
Not
rough. I don't
melee
understand.
Xirkaali is really good. But yeah,
I
I just
played with
think
that list. I used that list after the tournament. I was like, I want to see what John Green saw here. Um, yeah, I agree. Sorry, I
yeah,
agree with you, Sam. I think a Chakram list in my mind is the best list you can make out of this army. But I think the melee lists like are still fine. They're not amazing. I think they're a little bit better than you probably give it credit for. Um, I think they're fine. Like I like a pile lion snarl like that mixed like speed 7 everywhere thing. It's a lot of and we'll talk about John Green's list too, but like a lot of the things that we talk about with our group of older players, like Eric Trowbridge is a great example of like you see Eric Trowbridge go to the store or like go to the basement with like these lists of like here's 7 of the same regiment and I'm gonna be better than you at Kings of War and then beat you with this just like a pile of squares
like
basically or
no tricks,
pile
no
of
tricks.
rules.
I'm better than you. I've seen everything you can
Yeah,
do.
Hmm.
that's cool. I can get down with it. I just don't think it's a reflection of the army being good,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Yeah,
Eric said to me once. Oh, go ahead.
I did comment at we did a doubles tournament. I was half herd, and then Sam was half Zirkali. There's like a Beastman theme, and we got like halfway through we finished game 3, and I like looked at him. I was like, man, if you were playing your half the army by yourself, you would be getting like thrashed. There was like the whole army's defense 4, and it just explodes when you look at it. There's not like a lot of tricks there.
Yeah,
So I get what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trenton, other kind of thoughts and conclusions on the army before we go on to a couple of well-placing lists.
No, I think it was well said. Like I said, it's not the worst army by any means.
No.
I don't think it has the juice to be one of the best either. Um, I think it's fun to play against. Like I've had fun games playing against them. They got a lot of neat things to go on. Um, yeah, I think if we didn't have as many outliers of so good, I think they could have a better spot and be in a healthier, like in a better spot in a healthier meta.
Mm,
But
I agree.
um, I think they're fine. Like I don't think there's a few units here and there that I think make me maybe need a buff or whatever. But I think more so they just need a broader range.
Yeah.
Is really what needs to happen.
Yeah. I do
Uh,
think, and we glance into archetypes a little bit throughout the like review of them. Um, I think the Chakram Hordes being like the way through. Um, I will say like the whole army command synergy is built around Hemesian. So like if you like Chakrams, you will not really be casting commands the whole game. There's nothing for them to do.
Um,
Um,
even with that Chakram Horde build, I think the rest of the supporting cast is Hemision.
yeah, I you'll find that there's like not you just like you kind of sit there and the Zerkali commands are so good. So it feels like it's at odds
Well,
just theme wise on like how the army like synergizes
yeah,
with
that's
like
fair.
mixed
yeah.
baldmen and dogs. Um and I don't know if there's something in there to work out a like um medium unit spam thing, like just a pile of regiments. I was trying it with the Yon Warrior monks and some Brotherhood and stuff, and it just like didn't. I don't think there's enough run there to like make it like valuable. So I think it's just alpha or shooting, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. One other quick thought is, and this is to go back to what Trenton said before we move on to the couple of lists.
Yeah.
I think they are really badly hurt by the current meta. The best armies in the game shut down what they want to do really well. They have a really hard time against high nerve. Um,
Or shooting.
and there's a lot of that both in the meta right now. And I think if specifically like rats and orcs get toned down a bit,
Hmm.
um, I think they become a lot better.
Okay.
But while
Okay.
hordes are really good, I think it hurts them. I think probably I'm rougher on the melee build because I've played it so much and I've had a terrible time. I've had a terrible time winning with it. And there's been a lot of games where I'm like, I don't know. Like I like talk back with my opponent. I'm like, I don't know what I could have done. Like this seems like I made good choices and just don't have the dice volume. I played a game against like 5 Kingdoms of Men hordes. And I was like, cool. I cannot chew through that.
Shout out Rob.
Like, yeah, and we had a great time. Rob is awesome. Rob's a great opponent. I had a great game, but it's like I don't know how I'm supposed to chew through that. And I eventually killed all of the hordes. But by the time I killed the hordes, I gotten kind of swept off the back of the map.
Beast Cab waiting for you after that.
Yeah, so I love Xirkaali. I really do. Don't hear me be down on them. They're one of my favorite armies from a fun standpoint in the game. I just think either they need some love or hordes need like a touch down in the meta before a melee build is fully viable.
Yeah,
But I could be wrong.
You want to talk about John Green?
Yeah, so there's two lists that we pulled out. We have John Green, who got 6th in battle score at Bug Eater. There were 40 players there. His list was a Matriarch, a Yan Lieutenant, 6 Spear Warden regiments, 2 Goklus, and 2 Wildfang troops. This list is nuts.
Yeah, it's wild.
I love
this
it.
is wild to me.
Man, I don't know. You were at Bug Eater. This list would destroy Alpha Strike like Cav lists. Like if he gets some good matchups, I see it. I played this list myself after Bug Eater out of curiosity, like getting ready for this video, and my like takeaway was, I bet John Green's really good at Kings of War.
Which is what we have been told, that he's very good at Kings of War.
I bet he's just awesome. I heard he's a really good dude. People say nice things about John Green, and they must say nice things about how good he is at Kings of War. Because I mean, everyone that listened knows how we feel about Spear Wardens and Goklus.
Yeah,
So-
but it did well. So this proves that we can be wrong and you can do well. I mean, Bug Eater had a ton of phenomenal players there.
Yeah, let's just wait till 2 hours into the review to be like, we don't know what we're talking about. We have no clue.
Right. I mean, I could see this working against like certain types of builds, like a bunch of cav. Oh, excuse me. Right, you let the cav come impale themselves
Yeah.
on the spears, and then the Goklus come around the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
fine.
like, you send a bunch of hordes of infantry at it. I don't know what it does.
I agree.
Playstyle wise too, I watched a decent amount of John on stream as well, and it's just like a cagey. It's exactly what you would think happens here, where it's like, man, I'm just gonna outmaneuver you, like put you in a blender and kind of like spin you like wherever I need to put you, basically, and I'll dictate exactly when I charge you. So like, good generalship can take this pretty far, I bet, and it's not surprising that he got a good result there.
Yeah.
I see it. 2 inspiring and 2 commands is brave.
But so the Goklu self-inspire, so like the whole army doesn't need inspired.
Yeah.
The
I
other
do like the
list-
wild troops. I understood it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
completely.
I like
The other
Wild
list
Fang.
we have pulled out is James, who got 4th at Clash of Asia. A little bit of a smaller tournament, but still like 4th. It's a good placement. He had Kulon, Kaiju Slayer, a Beastmaster, a Siege Master with Inspiring Talisman, 3 Brotherhood regiments, 1 Brotherhood Horde, 1 Chakram Horde, 1 Spear Warden regiment, 3 Lion Style regiments, 1 with Haste, 1 with Blessing of the Gods for Elite, and 1 with Slashy Blade, and a Witch Cage. This list
Good list.
is confusing because
It's got a witch cage.
I don't know what the Chakram horde's doing.
I'm not one Siege Master with your only range unit being a Chakram Horde is a little bit confusing. But nevertheless, I got 4th at a good event here, so I see the play here. I mean, all of these are units that we've said like have play.
Yeah, like of the 2
Not the
lists, I
brother.
like this list better, for sure.
Okay.
I don't understand the 6 Spear Wardens. Like, honestly, I just don't get it.
It's play Kings of War. It's geometry. You're playing Geometry Dash.
I
Like,
guess
Yeah.
of the 2, I understand John's list significantly more because it's like, here's what it does. There's 2 things that I can do. One is be a Spear Ward, and the other is be a Goklu.
I mean, I get James'
it's-
list. It's bring lion snarls to bear.
Yeah, and it probably works.
Go throw lion snarls at him. And I
think
have a
a lot
chakram
of
horde
it
here
too-
to make you commit, essentially.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this too is like Xirkaali is new, and I have no idea about what James's army is like. I'm not anywhere near Clash of Asia. Um, a lot of the Xirkali lists we saw to start the year and even now are like very much a like, here's my Xirkali models I got from the launch of the Xirkali line. I
Yeah.
built them all, and this is what I can fit in 2300.
Yep.
Um, and like that could, and this could be like a tuned version because it looks like useful. Like the chaff is chaffing, and the spirit, and there's 3 Lion Star regiments, which will solve a lot of problems you have. But like the Chakram Horde, who was it was I think it was Mike Carter at the Radner Manor GT, was like, this is the army I got. Look at it, it's cool, and it was awesome. It was
It
beautiful.
was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His army scored
It was a
very
bunch
well
of
on
cool
paint. It
models.
was
He had like a custom witch cage. Like he made the cage on the back of the model. It was sick, and it was and you like, this is cool. And he's like, yeah, this is the stuff I got. It's my stuff. Which like
Behold,
I think there's
my
probably some
stuff.
tuning going on for everyone, but it's like one of those like, why not a 4th Lion Snarl? I don't have a 4th Lion Snarl.
Yeah. No, I think
Or
you're
why
right.
Yeah.
3 Lion Snarls? Like, well, I have 3 of them.
Yeah. But the list looks fun. Kulan is good.
Yeah.
I like Kulan. Beastmaster with 3 Lion Snarl makes perfect sense.
The siege master with 1 shooting unit, I think, is wasted points. But that's a moot point. He did well, so that's a moot.
Yeah.
No, something I
Well,
don't
when
know.
you get third at Clash of Asia, you can tell them that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I'll
when you
Clash of
get
Asia
throughout
next
the
year.
Clash of Asia.
Probably do worse with a worse list. Um,
Yeah.
but so that's Xirkaali. I think it seems like we're kind of in consensus that it's a fun army.
So fun.
Here's one question that I will end us with. Someone's watching this and they're trying to decide their first army to get into in Kings of War. First off, you are 2 hours and 11 minutes into a video. If you've not played Kings yet, you are awesome. I love you. But if someone is debating starting their first ever Kings of War army, would you recommend them Xirkaali?
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Trenton, I see the big sigh.
I'm on the
played those.
fence. I'm on the fence. Like, on one hand, dog people. It's sick. On the other hand, I think it's tough. I think it's tough to play. I think you might have a bad time at the table. Your first couple games.
Or your first 100 games because they're hard and
Yeah, like
depending your
that
meta.
They're
would
not
be my
forgiving
thing.
in any way. There's nothing about the army that is like forgiving. So
No.
I that.
Right? Do I think they're a fun army? Yeah, I think they're a fun army. But I think you gotta get some games under your feet, and some people may be turned off by,
I think you're right.
potentially
You
getting
know what? I'll
coached
say
up
no.
when they roll out.
I think Xirkaali is a phenomenal choice for a second army. I think like once you like a
I
new
agree.
player will be like, I hate this witch cage. What is this thing? What are we doing? But a player that has one army under their belt that picks up the witch cage is going to have so much fun. And like Lion Snarl, like Mace. I mean Mace and you as well. Like you both started with Northern Alliance and got into Xirkaali, and both of you are having fun in completely different flavors, right?
Yeah. Xirkaali is awesome. Yeah, I think I'm colored by how much I enjoy playing them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
anyone would have fun playing them. But actually,
No.
I am amenable to new ideas. And I think Trenton is right. I think Xirkaali is.
Yeah.
I
should
think
be a
second
hard
army.
first
I think they are a fantastic second army.
Yeah.
I would
You're
agree
right.
with that. They
Would not
bring up
recommend.
fun to the table. They have a lot of
Shoot.
neat things in them. But yeah, I think they're just tough.
Yeah.
And it's no
Yeah.
fun.
Trent's totally right.
Yeah,
Trent
Trenton's
nailed
right.
it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
Not about the witch cage. He's not right about the witch cage, but
I'm coming around. I'm coming around on it.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us in this Xirkaali journey. We're going to hopefully do more of these in the near future. I believe we will be at some point soon posting the review on our written version of the review on the Honest Forge website. That will be linked in the description down below. So if you watch this today, it drops. It probably won't be there yet, but if you watch it at some point in the future, hi future you, it should be in the description. So thank you guys for watching. Quick shout out to the Ohio GT, which is coming in October at the Scioto Downs Casino in Columbus, Ohio. registration will be open for that, I believe, by the end of the month. So get registered. It will probably sell out. We're very excited about it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Thanks.